I'm back.
Hello, everyone. We're playing Alien Rogue Incursion. I see Robert hasn't come back. I don't either. He's just mad I didn't like Nosferatu. Okay. That's fine. One day you'll join me in the sun. Exactly. Yeah. The conversion over to flat, like a flat screen, has been, I think, pretty successful. Yeah, I don't think it's worth it personally. Yeah, I just hope they're able to finish it. Yeah, because they call it part 1. I'm gonna give Robert another minute, and if he's not here, we're starting without him. Do you honestly believe that? Call me a cynic. I don't care. I could make that YouTube channel. Adamar says, John, are you live and talking to yourself? I'm not talking to myself. Can you not hear Noah? Say something again. No, you can't. I don't know why. Yeah, they could. Yeah, I don't know. There we go.
All right.
Thank you, Adam Arch.
I'm here.
I am here. How have you been, Adam Arch?
Watching The Twilight Zone, I hope.
I didn't see this earlier. He said Robert and John hate Werner Herzog confirmed. I mean, if all of his movies are the quality of Nosferatu, then I do.
Where is he getting Robert? Robert was sticking up for that movie.
Yeah. Robert was defending that with his life.
So was I. Well, we were both defending it.
Yeah. Oh, I'm alright.
He's here.
Oh, did he find... Why did you leave?
Why not?
Why you? Robert's forgotten how
Why
these
did
things
you
work.
leave?
Alright.
We're getting back into Alien.
Alien Rogue Incursion.
Alien.
What have you been up to, Adam Arch?
Should hopefully be less chaotic than our previous stream on this game.
Yeah, I hope
so. For the sake of your sanity, I hope so.
I think I said this after the stream. I was fine. Mostly, like, I was mildly annoyed, but, like, I can put up with that. Until you all started singing, that's when I had to put my foot down because, dear God, mental overload.
Yeah, for sure. If you're trying to focus on something and people are being stupid in the background.
For the record, I was quiet for most of that stream.
That's a first. Oh boy.
Robert sent the stupidity incoming and was like, I will take a step back.
Yeah, no, once Hayden showed up, I was like, there's a lot of people here. I can just kind of sit back and take a breath.
Adam Arch says Herzog's best movie is Grizzly Man. I'll have to check that out.
Yeah, that's a good documentary.
Oh, is that a documentary?
Yeah, it's about a guy that lived with grizzly bears for a bit, and it went well.
Authorization granted.
Maybe I won't watch that.
I want to.
get my gun back.
I want to watch Werner Herzog's Bad Lieutenant movie with Nicolas Cage because I've seen out of context clips from it and it looks amazing. There's a lot of good like Cage freak out moments. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I do want to watch though. There's that movie that's like a making of Nosferatu with Willem Dafoe, I think.
Oh yeah.
Shadow of the Vampire.
That looks interesting.
It is. I remember liking it and kind of wishing it went further in one direction or the other, but I might feel differently on a rewatch.
I'm sure you'll love it.
If you say so.
Yeah, when
Damn.
Willem Dafoe was cast in the Eggers version, that was the first thing I thought of. It's like, oh, he already played the vampire.
Hurry, wait a minute.
The Eggers version would have been better if he just cast Dafoe as Orlok again.
Well, he could have played two roles. He could have been Orlok and
just
the
let him play
guy.
everyone.
Especially Mina.
Or Ellen.
Or whatever her name is in that movie, I forget now.
Well, that's the thing. I can remember like what the silent equivalent names are, but like for the Van Helsing guy, I just call him the Van Helsing guy. I don't remember what name.
Yeah.
Eggers made up.
He's Defoe Van Helsing.
Yeah, I know for some of the characters he just pulled names from people who just worked on the original movie, but I need to watch it again.
That's a cool little Easter egg.
Oh jeez.
Oh my god.
This is getting out of hand. Now there are two of them.
It's Alan.
Alan! I'm dead.
It's funny, John, just jumping into this part of the game, it really did feel like, wait, are we in Alien Isolation again? Oh, right.
Yeah.
Different game.
Adam Arch, as this is an Alien stream, did you see that Sigourney Weaver wants to come back? I did.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Like that's not
picture's
news. Yeah. She it feels like she's always been open to coming back though. I mean, even
she almost
after
did in that Alien 5.
Yeah, that's the closest we got. The what's his name?
Blomkamp.
Blomkamp?
Neil Blomkamp guy. Yeah. And then that movie got put on hold because of Ridley Scott's movies. So, yay.
Thank God for that.
What I've always found funny is there's like 3 distinct different examples of Blomkamp being attached to like revive a sci-fi franchise, and they've all been canceled. There's a RoboCop one too.
Yeah, that could have been good.
Yeah, and I mean, I said thank God. That was me being sarcastic. I like Prometheus. I would have rather seen Alien 5.
Yeah.
Because Alien Covenant might be the worst thing ever made.
Yep, but it's not Alien Resurrection, which is worse.
No.
Yeah.
Alien Resurrection is peak, you fraud.
Well, and
big trash.
Well, and before Prometheus, Sigourney Weaver was open to coming back, but then they pivoted and made Alien vs. Predator instead.
Ooh, adding breaking into computers to our already impressive rap sheet, Davis.
Yeah, if they depends on what the pitch is. If they have something interesting, then sure.
This will get us into the mess hall.
I think I'm less
get my gun back.
bummed about the Blomkamp movie
Copy that.
not happening now than I was like 10 years ago. Just because it really seemed like that was just gonna be a big fan film of it's just aliens again. It's just more of the aliens you want, and which is something I think I wanted more then than I do now. Now I just don't care anymore.
No,
and I think we kind of got that with Romulus.
Is worse.
talking, I can't hear you. The intercom keeps repeating what I said. Just call back.
Already.
Covenant has its moments.
Hello?
Hello. Who
It has moments.
You don't know?
They
You
make
called
Yeah.
me.
something
Natalie
resembling a
Sylvia.
film.
Who is this?
Yeah. And I think the rehashy, like, alien parts of that movie are the worst parts. The best parts are with Michael Fassbender acting against
Yes.
himself.
Absolutely.
Um,
And my biggest problem with Prometheus is, it's just like a lamer version of the first Alien movie. I don't think it's that interesting. Or as interesting
No, but it's
as,
got
like,
some good body horror.
yeah.
Yeah, like it's again,
That
has
snake
moments.
thing still makes me uncomfortable.
Yeah. It's pretty creepy. I've soured more on that movie over time, but there's aspects of it I enjoy.
That is a
It's not
perfect.
it's
just,
not
like,
one I
turn your
rewatch.
brain off movie.
Right.
The script is
and it's-
nonsense, but there's some really cool sequences in it.
Yeah, and and the problem with that is it's a movie trying really hard to not be a turn your brain off movie. It wants to mean something and
Yeah.
be profound and provocative, and I just don't think it's that interesting.
Doesn't quite get there.
Draven is one of us. He says, he thinks he'd still take Resurrection over Alien 3. That is correct.
No.
That is the correct
Alien
take.
3 is better.
Alien 3 is whack.
Alien 3 may be whack, but it is better than Resurrection.
Yeah.
No. Resurrection
Well,
is one of the best chest bursting scenes of all time. And the best, he's freaking out.
I do like Brad Dourif in that movie.
Yeah.
He's great. I don't know. It's just... It is a weird franchise where, like, the time to make a Resurrection sequel, like, that's past. It would be so weird to do that now. Which is why I think if Sigourney does come back, it'll just wipe out Alien 3. And Noah, as
Well, that
the
was
fan
the
of
Blonsky
Alien
pitch.
Yeah, it's probably
Okay.
going to be
Yeah.
the direct sequel to Aliens, which I'm whatever on as the biggest Alien 3 fan here. I don't hold that movie that dear to my heart. I do like it quite a bit, though, like fairly enough.
That's the part of that is the power of headcanon, where just look at it like the Halloween franchise. You know, it's just a choose your own adventure of different timelines.
Yeah.
If you prefer one over the other, that's totally fine.
Adam March has chosen poorly and sided with Noah.
Well, Adam March is based. Adam March is correct.
Based in
I
being
have-
wrong.
Noah, I have made peace with my Alien timeline ending at Aliens, and I don't need anything else after that. And I'm perfectly content. I can appreciate what 3 is going for.
Yeah.
There's things I don't like about that.
Thank you for
There are things I like about that movie, but it's just kind of a separate thing for me. But that's just the nice thing about headcanon.
I think it works out all right as an ending to Ripley's character, but I'm open for more.
No, I think you can do a third movie. It's just
Dove into
3
a
is
hive
whack.
alone to come get me. And if you hadn't, I wouldn't have been able to shoot a way back out.
Oh yeah, we've already done a whole ass review of that movie, but like for Ripley's character and her ending, I think is fine. It's just the way we get there is so contrived and clumsy. It's just it's
That's
this
fair.
I have a lot of story issues with that movie getting to that point.
It's fair.
Robert,
I still think
we're gonna
that-
have to talk about the Alien movies. We're playing an Alien game.
Oh,
I will reiterate, and it might, even though it's probably a controversial opinion, for what little side characters there are in Alien 3, I think there's a couple of them that are way more interesting than the characters in Aliens.
We get it. You love bad movies. Adam Arch says killing Newton Hicks was always the correct choice. No. I disagree.
I have mixed feelings on that.
Can't get weighed down.
I hate that choice.
Yeah. I don't have the same rage towards it when I first saw the movie, but I'm not necessarily for it. Like, I won't go that far.
Well, growing up in the generation we did, it's something I heard about before I even watched the movie. So hearing about it definitely put me in the fuck this movie headspace for a while, and I've kind of mellowed on it over time, where I'm more whatever about it. I still don't like that choice. And again, it's not just, oh, you killed these characters in the opening, isn't that interesting? It's like, okay, but the inciting incident is really dumb and doesn't make any sense. They don't explain how that egg got on board, and I think it's fair to say, like, that's a problem.
Well, and I also wonder if it has to do with... I feel like Aliens has kind of been reevaluated, because growing up, like, when we were kids, you know, and at least for me first starting to get into horror, all I heard was Aliens was the best movie in the franchise that really improved on the first one. I don't hear that as much anymore.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
now we've swung back to the first one seems to be the most popular.
Which is the correct take.
I think they're both masterpieces.
No.
And Alien 3, I think, has interesting ideas and some good scenes. I'll say that. And
all this alien talk, we really should do an Alien franchise ranking sometime.
I'm down.
Yeah,
I just need to
No, we already have
rewatch
a lot planned.
Good. This place should burn to the ground.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be like right now. Sometime in the future.
Yeah, Adam Arch, I'm with you. He says Aliens is great. I don't think it's even close to Alien. I like Alien. I don't think, or I like Aliens. I don't think we have a definitive cut because you need that scene about her daughter. But I don't necessarily need the rest of what's in that special edition.
Same.
But Aliens is really good. But Alien is peak.
Well, both.
And then Resurrection is peaker.
Oh my god.
And I just wanted to say on 3, my other main issue with killing off Newton Hicks in the opening, it's like, okay, I get that you find that interesting for Ripley's character or whatever, because it's depressing, but my problem with it is then it makes me care about the new characters less because I don't care anymore. I can't get invested in anyone in that movie when you start in that nihilistic of a place where I'm like, okay, well now we're spending all this time with these new characters that you've conditioned me to not care about for the sake of it being depressing.
Yeah.
And I think we talked about this in that review, where I think that just lands better for me in like a self-contained movie, not a third part in a series. But that's just a personal preference thing.
I think you could be one over.
I think those
could be
characters
one
are
over
well
on
drawn.
killing them, but just the way they do it is so half-assed.
Stupid. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I think those new characters are fleshed out enough for me to care about them, but that's fair.
They're better in the assembly cut.
Too bad that version's boring.
By a lot.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's been so long, I don't even remember all the differences.
Oh, there's so much stuff with them that's just gutted from the theatrical cut, particularly the crazy guy who just disappears.
Yes. Although I think his ending is pretty sudden in both versions. If I remember correctly.
Because one thing I will give
But
you...
I like that guy.
No, as I do think that horror by its definition should be more tragedy driven. But you gotta do it right.
Yeah. I think there is a version of that movie that could have killed Hicks in the first act, and I would have been fine with it. Like if
Maybe don't kill Newt.
I wouldn't have killed Newt, personally. But... And the problem is when I'm watching that movie, I just feel the corporate decisions for that, not the story decisions of, well, we didn't want to pay Michael Biehn, so that's why he's dead.
More of that
Newt aged out of the role, and we didn't feel like recasting. So, like, I can feel those decisions when I'm watching it, and not just get sucked into the story of it, you know?
Well, and also, if Newt survives the beginning and then Ripley still dies at the end, you still have that tragic aspect to it, because then she just loses her mother figure.
Yeah, which is more predictable and traditional and...
Nah, I vote for kill the kid.
Conventional, but...
Can't fit it.
Kill the kid.
Believe it or not, horror movies can go to those dark places.
Yeah. Which is why it was a good decision to kill Newt.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with killing her. Like, I think that at least gives the movie some, like, balls to do something dark and interesting. It's just they don't do it right.
Yeah, and again, I think that's a hard tightrope to walk.
Yeah.
Because, again, in a sequel, it's like, well, you really risk undercutting the previous movie, making the previous movie pointless. And I think that's the root of why a lot of people hate Alien 3 is, oh, you made Aliens pointless. And fuck you, I like that movie.
But see, I don't think killing her makes that pointless. Sometimes you fight to survive and it doesn't work out. The fight for survival can still be interesting, even if you don't make it.
Mm-hmm.
I'd also say that it's not... Oh, shit. It's not necessarily pointless, because all of that whole experience still mattered to Ripley, and you could see how losing Newt affects her.
Yeah, but and if we're talking about the director's cut, I'm in the stance of, okay, but we've already seen her go through this, so that's not that interesting to me. It's she lost her real daughter and had to deal with that, and now she lost her replacement daughter. Isn't that sad? I'm like, yeah. It's just kind of repetitive.
But then that kind of just goes back into the nihilistic, like feeling that movie is, I think, inherently going for.
Yeah.
And that's just the note that they're choosing to end the trilogy on. And
yeah, I still like.
I think it works well enough.
Again, for me, that's just hard to pull off in a sequel.
No space.
But no matter how much we can talk about Alien 3 on and on for decades and over and like make the same point, no matter how much you two hate that movie, you do not hate it as much as David Fincher does.
Yep, and that's what Draven mentioned in the live chat is David Fincher sure hates it.
Adam Arch, Robert not endorsing killing a kid. I'm shocked. You should have been there for the Stranger Things season 4 comment.
I know. Yeah. Robert hates kids.
Until he doesn't.
It depends on the story.
Like Jason
Robert endorses,
from Power Rangers.
Robert endorses plot armor if it keeps the kid alive.
Not necessarily.
Oh. See, I don't even know what you're referring to there, so I can't comment on that.
I'm just being a dick.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Okay, but Noah, to your point, the only thing I always push back on when people say, oh, well, it's more like the first one. It's grim and nihilistic. It's like, okay, but the first one's also a popcorn movie where Ripley saves the cat and shoots the alien dummy out of the ship. Like, it still ends on, like, a crowd-pleasing, bittersweet note, you know?
And as we all know, all horror movies should be crowd-pleasers.
No, not at all.
Yeah. I don't...
Jeez.
I don't think it necessarily needs to be, like... It doesn't have to be as fun or like what, like I get why you don't find it fun, but it's not really a criticism to me.
Yeah. And I think going back to a darker tone and making it less of an action movie than Aliens is fine. I just don't find, and we talked about this a lot in our review, where I just don't find it scary when I'm not invested in the characters. In the first Alien, I'm invested in the characters.
Yeah, that's completely fair. I'd say I am invested in the characters in 3, but you know.
It also, and this is where rewatching it does help, because what most people have, myself included, the first time you watch Alien 3, especially if you start with the theatrical cut, these are mostly a bunch of bald, middle-aged white dudes I can't tell apart, and then they die.
I know, yeah.
The more you watch the movie and live with it,
Yeah, you have Charles Dance and Charles Dutton as like the standouts, and like a few of them have kind of distinct looks, but a lot of them kind of blend together, you know?
Yeah, and Charles Dance is, I think, the best new character, and he dies in the first act.
Yeah, I like Charles Dutton a lot too, though.
And again, the assembly cut does give you more screen time for some of those side characters, and helps them stand out a bit more.
Yeah. Alien 3 is not my favorite Alien movie.
Yeah. I think it is at this point.
It's maybe my 3rd or 4th favorite?
No.
No way I'm getting through there.
You'll see when we do the ranking.
Yeah, we need to plan that. Speaking of planning things, Robert, do you still want to do what we talked about this week?
I don't think I'll have time for that. I don't think I'll be available until Thursday. Yeah.
How dare you? Okay.
Oh, and
all right.
Draven also mentioned in the live chat, and I think this is a good point, that he thinks the first Terminator is getting a similar.
I've heard some
reappraisal.
Of that, yeah.
I love the first Terminator.
I love it. I do still probably prefer 2, but I think they're both great.
I also prefer 2. That is the case where I do think the first one needs more attention, because like people kind of overlook it. But I don't think it should be, oh, this is better than the second one.
Yeah. There was a long period of time where 2 really eclipsed the first one.
Yeah.
And like not a fair way.
Already have too much.
What were you saying?
Technically, 2's probably. Well, I guess technically 2's probably the better movie, but that's another example where I hold both equally. I think they're both masterpieces, and I really vibe with the first one on an aesthetic level. Like, I love the soundtrack. I love the score of that movie.
They are James Cameron's best movies.
Can't carry that.
Yeah. I love the vibes of the first Terminator.
No space.
Well, and that's part of what I find interesting about these. The more time passes, it's you look at the visual effects. Like, if you're just looking at those from a technical perspective, it's like, oh my god, the effects in 2 are so much better, which can lead you to, well, then why would I go back to the first one? The second one has the better effects. But then, the more time passes, it's like the more charming those effects become, and you're like, no, I dig the retro kind of campy, scrappy vibe of the first one, in a way people maybe couldn't appreciate in the 90s, just because, oh, well, the effects look so dated and bad in comparison. That perception changing over time is just something I find interesting.
Yeah. It's funny though, because one of my friends in high school, he's like the only person I've ever talked to that preferred the first Terminator to the second one. And that shocked me when we had that conversation. I was like, really? Why?
You're gonna say that out loud?
I had a
because at the time I was fully like, Terminator 1's mid, like T2's way better, but now I love them both equally.
I had a coworker that thought that. It blew my mind, because I never heard anybody say that.
And I'm like many others. I saw the second one long before I even saw the first one.
Yeah. Yeah, that's one of those.
Says he thinks he prefers the first style of the first movie. Plus, every Terminator movie after T2 besides Salvation has just been trying to redo T2. Yeah, I mean, that is a garbage franchise, but it has...
Yeah, and that is a problem. It's also not fair to hold that, like, against T2. Yeah, you know what I mean?
Right.
It just, that's a movie that just didn't need a sequel.
T3 is literally just, we have T2 at home.
Yeah.
Like, generic.
And you know what? I will take it over Dark Fate.
Yes.
I still have not seen Dark Fate, but
we gotta make Noah watch that.
And to tie this back to Alien, there was a lot of comparisons of Dark Fate to Alien 3 at the time. I think John may even agree with
I
this.
know what happens.
Alien 3 is a much better movie than Dark Fate is.
Dark Fate makes me angrier.
Yeah, I gotta win.
Well, what made me angry about it was all the... Dark Fate had way better reviews than you'd expect. There was just like this narrative pushed of, it's the best since the first two, I guess. And I'm like, that doesn't make it... A, I don't agree, and B, that doesn't make it good. And it's just the same fucking movie again. It's not actually doing anything different. It was really weird.
Yeah, I remember at the time seeing like a mostly positive reception, and it was only like Captain Logan of Geekvolution I saw like give a really negative review to it.
The one that baffles me is if you go back to that, Eric loved it.
More of that reinforced glass.
Yeah, that's crazy.
A lot of people liked it. And like I said, there was this narrative being, and especially with like Cameron's involvement, and Linda Hamilton coming back, people are like, oh yeah, it's the best since the second one. And I'm like, I disagree with that on every level.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know about that, but well.
Apparently Cameron's like writing a seventh one, and I'm like, stop it, it's already dead.
Dude, like, I don't care. I don't care anymore.
Cameron himself. One of my favorite James Cameron moments is his endorsement of Genesis. It's so funny. Yep. And I go into the theater and I start to see things I recognize.
It still sounds like they just screened in the first 15 minutes, and he was like, "Oh, it's great. It looks like my movie. Okay, bye." That's what it sounds like. Because all he talks about.
That's probably the case.
And oh god,
like, if you love Terminator, you're gonna love this movie.
And Jai Courtney as Kyle Reese is just one of the most incorrect casting choices ever.
Yeah. Emilia Clarke's not bad in that movie, but she doesn't have much to do.
And for the record, Genesis is the only one I've not seen start to finish. I've seen parts of it. I've obviously seen plenty of reviews of it. I've just not watched it start to finish. But like, I know everything that happens.
That's also the only one I've seen.
It's not great, but it's not like rage-inducing for me. I think I had enough time. Like, I didn't watch it for a long time. And then when I finally watched it, I was like, it's hard for me to even get mad at this. It's just really dumb.
No, the problem with Dark Fate is I think it does what people think Alien 3 does, which is it actively hurts the end of 2.
Yes.
Yeah. Because 2 is all about there's no fate but what you make.
Yeah, and you know how 3, you know how Dark Fate opens, right?
Oh yeah, I know.
And also,
of course I know.
One thing you gotta give Alien 3, it's not the same fucking movie as the previous one.
I mean, I could also just make the argument that it's Alien again.
Kind of. But Dark Fate is much more just T2 again. But they're acting like it's not. And that's what's infuriating about it. Like, Noah, oh god, like, where to begin? It's like, Well, it's different though. In this universe, Skynet didn't take over. This other AI took over, and it also makes Terminators and Hunter Killers and all the things that Skynet made. It's like, then it's not that different.
Yeah, that sucks.
It's so.
I don't even really like how they.
I missed you, baby.
I don't even really like how they undo 2 and 3 in Terminator 3. I know that everyone is like, oh yeah, but that ending is so cool because it's unexpected. Like it's kind of ballsy for the time. I don't know. I still don't like it. Just
You're wrong.
As a sequel to 2.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
I mean, I'd prefer it not exist, but in the garbage of the knee-deep in the garbage of the Terminator franchise that we have to live in, yeah, I would say 3 at least I find more entertaining than Dark Fate. That's something.
Yeah. 3 has just, there's a car chase in that scene, in that movie that's pretty good, if I remember. It's got a few good action scenes.
Yeah. It also looks like a made-for-TV movie at times.
Hey, it's not
It's
the
a
best
big
directed
step down
movie.
visually. No. And then
It's funny.
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Well, I just because I think that was the most expensive movie ever made at the time it came out, or one of.
Yeah.
It was more expensive than 2.
Which is hilarious.
Yeah,
But,
where'd that money go?
Well,
Arnold.
Yes. A lot of it went to Arnold, and it also is accounting for just the production delays and rewrites, and we're like kind of like Alien 3, like we're making a bunch of shit, but the script's not done yet. But we know we got a very, very similar situation. And then Draven mentioned it in the live chat, but yeah, by default, Salvation is my 3rd favorite Terminator movie. That would have been a hot take a while ago, but I don't think it is anymore.
I still have
I think that
fondness
movie's
for
slightly
3,
been
but
reevaluated.
Salvation is good.
I think I like Salvation more than 3. The problem is I haven't watched it in a very long time, so it's hard to talk. But I think that movie was such a disaster when it came out. I think a lot of because of the Christian Bale thing.
Yeah.
Which is Pig.
But I think it's been slightly reevaluated since. I love that. I love that clip. It's so good.
Well, it's funny when you have a movie like that, that's like a big franchise misfire, and the prevailing voices why it went wrong are the wrong ones.
Noah.
Oh, okay. Well, I gotta make my screen bigger because I'm on my phone. I am writing to inform some of recent delays in development of vital core heart implant. Unfortunately, our progress has been impacted due to staff shortages, and we've also had to redirect some of our synthetic parts to Dr. Rabia's project. While we understand the board's focus is on supporting phase 2, we should not be overlooked. We are very close to a breakthrough with the vital core heart implant, and the achievements could have a significant impact in our field. However, the current resource constraints are hindering our ability to push forward effectively. We could revisit the budget to explore the possibility of allocating additional funds to expedite our progress. Your assistance in adjusting the budget to support this critical development would be greatly appreciated. Thank you for your attention in this matter. Best regards, Dr. Diana Hollis, Project Lead, Prosthetics R&D, Gemini, Exoplant Solutions.
When you are ready to proceed, we should be able to exit the vessel if we break the fuse box with your pulse rifle.
I give that an 8 out of 10. Did good.
Yeah.
I didn't do a funny voice this time because that would make me lose my focus.
Oh, that's fair.
But what I was just trying to say was it's funny how when a big franchise misfire like Terminator Salvation comes out and it's like the wrong opinions are the ones that like prevail or the loudest. Like the thing you always heard about why Salvation sucked was it doesn't have Arnold in it and it's different. And it doesn't it's like and then so the solution after that was, well, let's just make 2 again. Oh fuck, that didn't work. Well, let's just make 2 again. Oh fuck, that didn't work. And with Salvation, it's like, yeah, I don't think it's a great movie, but it's what 3 should have been. Just set in the future, just about John Connor fighting Skynet. Like it didn't need time travel. It didn't need Arnold.
Yeah. And that's kind of the clear step forward that they should have done after 2, and that's the only post 2 sequel that I really would have accepted.
Mm-hmm. And then oh yeah, go on.
Yeah. No, I forgot what I was gonna say. Go on.
Well, it's just have you heard anything about the paper, the Office spinoff that just came out? Because there's a connection. Because
okay, well, I'm curious. What's the connection?
Well, okay, so where I was going with that is that show got very mixed reviews. I've heard it's not great. I don't plan to watch it. Of course, it has a season 2 renewed just because they ordered 2 seasons ahead of time because it's an Office spinoff. So they put a lot of money into it. So I've heard very mixed things about it. But if you're going on Reddit or looking at comments, like the prevailing opinion of the masses and how to fix that show is just bring back the old characters. I just want more of The Office. Just give me nostalgia. It's like, no, that's let the show stand on its own and make the new characters good. That's how it'll succeed.
Yeah. I did see a video of like a kind of a general review of the first season, and it seems like there already are a lot of like shoehorned in to The Office anyway.
Yes.
So I don't think that's how you make that show better.
Yeah. Did you see the Drew Gooden?
That was the one, yeah.
Yeah.
And
it's a good video.
I've always kind of been against the idea of an Office reboot or like revival. I didn't hear about the paper, and I think until it dropped. But I'm more for something like this, where it's more of its own thing that is, I guess, in the same universe. I don't know why Oscar needs to be there, but I prefer that approach.
And yeah, just going off of that review, it looks like those are the cringiest moments of, hey, remember this? Remember this?
Yeah. Like, I guess Bob Vance shows up.
Yeah, it makes me wonder what the reception to that show would be if you just took all that out of there and let the rest of it completely stand on its own.
And I know there's also, I guess you can make the argument like, oh, The Office is already a remake, like it's not the original
yeah,
thing.
well, no, you know, when we bring things back, we can't bring anything back to the original.
Well, but that's why I'm more for either a spin-off or something in a similar vein rather than just more of the American Office, because we already have 9 seasons of that.
You know why that paper whatever show is bad. Because The Office is
Sorry, you cut out what? Yeah, I knew that you're building up to shitting on The Office. John, I think you would like The Office if you gave it another chance.
Season 2 is great.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll watch that in November.
Yeah. Because I think that show has a lot of what you like in sitcoms, just like solid characters and good character development.
Well, and like the Drew talked about in that video, sitcoms used to be kind of a different thing where you needed to give them time to find their voice and figure out what's working. We used to give more leeway to that than we do now because we're just so oversaturated with new television.
Right.
Watch The Good Place. It's peak.
Heard it's great.
I've heard great things about it. It's been a while since I've watched through a whole sitcom. I might watch that sometime soon.
I need to get back to It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. I don't remember where I left off.
I completely did not know that there was a new season, so I should probably watch that. Because other than that, I've seen basically the entire show. I love that show. That's one of my favorites.
It's great. And another example where it needed a season to find its voice, I think. I don't
there
even
was
think
a
the first
missing
season
piece.
is bad.
Oh, for God's sakes.
God. No, the first season's all right, but you can really feel the absence of Danny DeVito when you watch that. We love Frank.
Need a bigger tool.
I
We're gonna
once
need a
got,
bigger tool.
I once got in an argument with someone who couldn't get it. It's Always Sunny, because they said, well, what the show needs is a straight man to react to. Like, the problem is all the characters are unlikable and too over the top. And I'm like, that's the point, though.
That's the appeal.
That's the appeal. I think by default, Charlie is the most likable or sympathetic, but like they're all horribly flawed.
Right.
People.
Charlie is also a stalker. Like he's not
in the technical sense.
No wonder I couldn't level 2.
But that also goes back to like season 1 not really finding its footing yet, because back then Dee basically was the straight man. Like she was the normal one of the group.
And she didn't have much of a personality. She was kind of generic.
Yeah. And I way prefer it when they give her more of a personality and make her just as like depraved, arguably in some cases more depraved than the other ones. Like she gets really dark later on.
Yeah. No one tops Dennis. I love how much of a sociopath Dennis is. And I like the fan theory of I like the fan theory of him being a serial killer.
Yeah, that's my headcanon. So I don't want this, but I always thought if anyone was to remake American Psycho, they should cast Glenn Howerton as Patrick Bateman.
Oh my god, he's probably too old now, but I do.
They are remaking American Psycho.
Well, they're talking about it.
Yeah, it would have been perfect if they did it in like the late 2000s and 2010s. But also to the point of there being. Sorry, go on.
Well, I've never seen episodes of that 80s show, but it's got to be so weird seeing him play this big man protagonist in that. That's all I know about it.
That's very strange that exists.
So weird.
And also to the point though about It's Always Sunny having no straight man. All the characters are well written enough where like one of them will become the straight man depending on who's paired with who. So that dynamic kind of works anyway. That's what I really like about that show is like they're all distinct and complex characters.
Yeah, and I think Mac, we turned into a more of the sympathetic character in later seasons. But then you go back to those early seasons, like, oh no, he's got problems too.
It's kind of similar to how they characterize characters in Peacemaker, because there's no real straight man, I guess, except for Harcourt.
I'd say Autobio more so.
Clearly,
but-
Vigilante is the straight.
Those giant open windows will be a tactical
Yes.
nightmare.
I only say that in that Autobio's more of like the Eisen audience character.
Yeah.
No, I think
Yeah,
it's
they-
out of mind. Too bad season
And then
2
she
is
has
mid.
the moment.
Can you use
And then she has the moment in the second season with her business that she tries to start, where she becomes more the butt of the joke. I didn't like any of that, by the way, but
It's so bad.
yeah.
Someone went out of their way to ensure no one in this facility would be able to get a message offline. We need to get this system functional enough to record a message and send it
Yeah.
out. I'll need data samples.
find the hard drive, scan the hard
Sitcoms.
drive, same as usual?
Back to Terminator, Draven mentioned in the live chat. It's just funny to imagine Edward Furlong growing up into Christian Bale, but that's a different guy.
He
That
grows
might
up
be the
into Christian Bale.
That might be the
Um,
greatest Red Letter Media
and-
bit of all time.
It lives rent free in
That's a
my head.
different guy. Batman?
It's you know there's like something that went wrong with your franchise when like one of your lead principal characters is recast in literally every movie.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's the other thing I was gonna say about Terminator, is that it's funny to me that that franchise has a like failed attempt at Hollywood trying to make the next movie star in like 2 consecutive movies, because you have Sam Worthington in Salvation, and then you have
Yeah.
Jai Courtney in Genesis,
And
who in Jai Courtney I feel is often compared to Sam Worthington.
yes,
But I think has found more of his own footing recently.
well that's what's funny is Jai Courtney's kind of found like a niche he's working in. I still need to see that
Yeah.
Dangerous Animals movie. I've heard it's really fun, but he
Yeah.
seems to be doing better now. But then Sam Worthington, like, hey, say whatever you will about his acting, but you know he's got those Avatar movies. He is set for life. He's doing good.
Yep,
Like,
he's good. He doesn't need to do anything else.
literally. And I also think Sam Worthington's fine in Salvation. I don't even think he's bad in that movie. But also Christian Bale is kind of, it's not the same thing, but with Christian Bale it's, oh, he was Batman at the time. It's just kind of the popular obvious pick.
Yeah.
Because how does Nick Stahl turn into Christian Bale? I don't know, but just roll with it.
It's fun. It's also funny to imagine Edward Furlong growing up to be the guy in Genesis. I can't remember the actor's name, but that guy. You guys know what I'm talking about.
Dawn of the Planet of the Apes guy.
Yeah. Him.
Shut
Yeah,
up, Control.
he's definitely that
Still
guy.
enough power to close those things up.
Jason Clarke, there we go. That was weird casting.
Well, that's confusing. That movie has 2 Clarks.
Yep, no relation.
Although they're playing related people.
That's true.
That guy was also in that shitty Pet Sematary remake.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So
I
they
hate-
should definitely try making a new Terminator movie.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. That's the difference between Terminator and Alien. Is those are both franchises where I've kind of got everything I need. I don't want more, but at least the stuff I'm getting from Alien is usually better than what we get from Terminator.
Yeah.
Particularly in recent.
Yes. I want the Terminator franchise to die out. Like, I don't need any more of that. And like you said, I don't necessarily need any more Alien stuff, but you know, Earth. I think Alien Earth is pretty good. I got some criticisms with it.
Mhm.
This game I want to play.
Yeah,
This looks cool.
Game looks fun. Yeah.
Noah will never play it.
Noah, did you watch the Terminator Netflix anime?
I did not.
That I thought
I heard it was
good.
okay.
Yeah, I liked it.
It
I don't know
was
if it's
fine.
getting a season 2 or not, but I liked it.
I keep forgetting it exists, to be honest.
I watched
but
it.
I'll
And
check
I
it out.
forgot it exists.
I still need to watch the Sarah Connor Chronicles as well.
I do too.
I kind of want to watch that. I don't know if I ever will, just because I know I won't get an ending.
That's my big hang up with it.
And Draven mentioned this. I'm glad he did. Furlong was going to be in T3, but he fell off the wagon, so to speak, and they recast him.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
But there are other reasons why John Connor kept getting recast throughout that franchise. Like when they're making Salvation, well, you don't really want Nick Stahl. Who's popular right now? Who's Batman? Just get that guy.
Batman?
It's fine casting.
Yeah, I'm fine with it. And then you get to the next one, and we kind of want to distance ourselves from that. Let's recast who we get. I don't know, the guy in that Apes movie and that Pet Sematary remake. Okay.
And we'll just make him a villain. Oh.
Yeah. That series really hates John Connor.
Yes.
It really does. Somehow what they do to him in Dark Fate is worse.
And they topped it. I'm past like the anger phase and just into the I don't care anymore phase. For me, it ends at T2. I'm good.
No.
Yeah.
I'm not waiting on the next great Terminator movie. Terminator is very much in an Exorcist place for me, where I'm like, I got the stuff I like. I don't.
Yeah.
You can stop.
We can stop now. We got 2 movies that are peak. I really don't care about anything else.
Yep, exactly.
No, Flanagan's Exorcist is going to be peak.
I'm sure it will be very good.
Yeah.
I just
I
don't
like
need
that-
it to exist.
I like how Noah's like, I don't care that this is what Flanagan wants to do, it's going to be trash.
That's not what he said.
I'm sure
No,
if
that's what he said.
that's the thing that he's most that's the kind of hard thing. Like I want to make sure artists get to do what they want, and if that's the thing that Flanagan's the most passionate about right now, he should be able to do it. It's just, less excited for it personally.
We are also skeptical based on rumors on how that production may be going. That's
Okay,
all.
I haven't
When?
followed it.
Because if they don't let Flanagan make the movie he wants to make, then why should I be excited for it?
Okay, but that was also one rumor. We haven't heard anything like that since.
Yeah, I'm not saying it's true.
I have no reason to believe any of that.
I have no reason to be
Who
excited.
knows? I've never heard the rumor.
Yeah.
I mean, you have every reason. It's Flanagan. Flanagan hasn't missed.
John, my skepticism doesn't come from him. It's the studio producing the movie and what they want from it.
It is Blumhouse.
Yes, because he's never worked with Blumhouse before.
No, but they don't have a great history.
Not in recent years.
They have a very, they're very up and down. They're very hit or miss.
Yeah.
But my point is that Flanagan is also really good at making a good movie while also filling studio command.
Sure.
We'll see if he's able to do that. I hope he is.
Yeah.
I just hope it's not a situation to reference a movie we talked about earlier, like Alien 3. I just hope it doesn't turn out like that.
Also, Flanagan's in a tricky position right now where he doesn't really have to his films, the box office numbers to keep him afloat, and that worries me.
All right.
But we'll see how it goes.
I don't know what to say.
He's got that Amazon deal. It'll be fine.
I am more
looking forward to Carrie.
There's no easy way to say this. I found exactly.
Does he have another show lined? Or
The
what else
Dark
am I
Tower.
thinking of? I might just be.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Dark Tower. Yeah.
Well, the Dark Tower has just been kind of in
I got careless.
indefinite
and
development. Maybe after Carrie, it'll
GES
pick up
is
some real
broken.
traction. But we'll see.
Just like every other corporation with a hand in Sevastopol.
And
they mentioned
if they don't
Sevastopol.
fuck it up, which I. Oh
It's
shit.
in your hands now.
Robert,
shit,
that
dude.
is
I want you to know that I
the
never
ship
gave
that
up.
Alien Isolation
Stop
takes
fighting.
place
Even after those things
There you go.
they did to me.
It's all
They're
connected.
referencing things we know.
I bow my head. And by the time you hear this,
And if they don't fuck it up, I'm very excited for the Clayface movie he wrote.
Mark my words,
Me
I will
too.
wipe this place
Yeah.
from the face of the galaxy. Thank you, Amanda.
I'm
Oh!
relieved. Sorry, go on.
Please,
she just mentioned Amanda.
make sure Deja Carver knows her daddy
Yeah.
was the hero.
I know who that is.
Noah,
Amanda
since you
Ripley.
weren't here when he did that, yeah, she's the protagonist of Isolation.
Yeah. I know that.
What did
Do you
find?
though?
I know that. I really need to play
So
Isolation.
we're not the only
Do we
ones
have
who
a-
wanna take this place
Do we
over.
have a release date
Can
for
you get around it?
Isolation 2?
Somewhere between tomorrow and the end of time.
Hell yeah.
Guess all the busted
Nice.
infrastructure we've been running into wasn't a coincidence. But I'll see what I can do to increase
I did not
our
expect this to tie into Isolation.
Windows gonna be a problem.
When your preparations are complete,
Yeah, that's cool.
drop me in the dish alignment terminal by the windows.
Unless it's a different Amanda and they're just fucking with me.
No, because they also mentioned the ship, right? So it's got to be
that's
that.
true. So this must be before Alien Isolation?
Huh.
Did not mean to do
Uh-oh.
that. Roberto.
He is muted.
What's up?
Read.
Change Helen's highest priority to operational security. Current highest priority, preservation of GES assets and employees. This includes ensuring the security of classified operations and maintaining strict access controls. Employee safety should remain a consideration, but will no longer be the primary focus. Oh. Please confirm receipt of this work order and provide an estimated timeline for completion. Notify me if there are any issues or additional resources required. Best regards, Isaac Fry, Facility Security Officer, Gemini Exoplanets.
I don't remember if I
Isaac.
made you which email about
Yeah, you did last time. Isaac, after careful consideration, I must respectfully reject the proposed. The current protocol is that Helen operates within the utmost regard for the safety of all personnel and the preservation of vital company resources. Shifting the primary focus to operational security may inadvertently compromise the safety of something and well-being of our employees. If there are particular security threats or incidents that have prompted this request, please share those details. It's important for us to ensure that any changes made to Helen's protocols are well-founded and balanced with the need for maintaining a safe working environment. Lucas Harrington, head of operations, Gemini Exoplanet Solutions.
Draven asks, "Are we looking forward to It Chapter 1 or Welcome?" Sorry, he did it sarcastically, and I misread that. He's asking if we're excited for Welcome to Derry. No.
No.
I'm not excited for it, but I'll check it out.
We'll discuss.
I don't think
pilot,
I'm even watching that.
Yeah.
No, you got to do the pilot with us.
Oh shit. Damn it.
No,
If you're not available, that's fine.
don't tell him that.
We'll see. Yeah, I'm really not interested in it prequel. Maybe they'll premiere. Maybe it'll be cool.
No.
I don't know.
I think, I mean, Bill Skarsgård being in it is cool. I'm honestly surprised they got him. That he agreed to come back. Because he doesn't need it. So, that's encouraging.
No, yeah.
I
saw the trailer. I thought it was cool that there was a Shawshank reference in the trailer.
Yes. Well, and also Dick Halloran from The Shining is a character in it.
That's cool.
Which
And
both of
John
those are
said-
from the book.
Yeah. So that's neat.
Okay, yeah.
Shawshank shows up in a lot of his books. And then the idea is that Dick Halloran was just stationed there in the military at that time.
I see. Yeah, I know he's got his whole connected universe there in the books.
Yeah.
Yes. Everything Stephen King has ever written is in the same universe, basically.
Pretty much.
Yeah, and that's part of why The Dark Tower has taken so long, just because that's very ambitious. I think he's just waiting on the green light for it. Maybe
He should try to. Hopefully, yeah. He should try to tie in every single adaptation,
Yeah. Well, and part of what
including
delayed
the Dark Tower movie.
God. And that's part of what delayed that show is Flanagan was already developing it, but then they were like, well, we want to make this movie instead. So it's like that movie needed to flop and we needed some distance from it to forget about it. I don't even know if the sequel is ever officially canceled. It just never happened. But obviously if that movie was a huge hit, then the Flanagan show just
Damn
definitely
it!
wouldn't have happened.
They should also try to shoehorn a way to make like all of the stuff that's been adapted multiple times to be in the same continuity.
It's
Like
the
Salem's Lot.
That's what we haven't done. We haven't done Stephen King multiverse movies yet. You can have CGI Tim Curry Pennywise meet the Bill Skarsgård Pennywise. They're just sitting on money.
Yeah.
You know what? That would make
You know-
Film Bros just mad enough that I would love it.
You can have CGI Jack Nicholson meet the guy from the miniseries.
But one thing that I hope he does keep is in the Dark Tower, the first book, I think. Roland does end up going to Derry, and he meets the Losers Club.
Oh, cool.
That's just
I need to.
the shame is they probably have to recast them because the problem is when different studios make these
Yeah, it would just be
adaptations.
recast. And those kids are too old
Yeah.
at this point.
Mhm.
Well, and then like that because one of the main characters in that book is a boy named Jake, and he has The Shining.
Oh, he's got the shine.
Yeah,
The Shining.
The Shining.
I need to actually read some Stephen King.
Yes, you fraud.
I gotta do that.
Start with
the other
Shining.
thing
I read part of it and I really liked what I read. I gotta pick it back up.
Yeah, it's
Hell
big.
The other thing I wanted to mention about Welcome to Derry is I don't know if it makes me more or less excited for it that Andy Muschietti's directing it.
We're finished with preparations.
I am slightly less excited.
Be ready.
That is fair.
This will likely draw attention to us.
Long-range communications array. Please stand clear.
I'm just curious. I'm curious what that looks like post The Flash, which was such a disaster. And this is very much a kind of going back to his roots, something on a lower budget, you know? It's kind of going back to his thing that worked, at least the first time. I don't know if he'll pull it off.
My thing is,
interesting.
that first movie is also developed off the backbone of somebody else's work.
Yes.
And isn't
That's
that
true.
a co-director movie?
I don't think so, but I think... well, let me double check. I think the guy just...
Dauberman.
Not Dauberman.
Well, Gary Dauberman wrote it, but he's thinking of... who directed No Time to Die? Cary Fukunaga,
Yeah,
right?
Cary
he
Fukunaga
was,
wrote a script, and that, a lot of that is...
yeah, and he was going to direct it. Yeah. So,
Yeah.
Cary Fukunaga still has a story credit on it, but it is just Muschietti that directed it.
Yeah, for some reason I thought Dauberman also came in to co-direct parts, but I guess I'm just thinking of writing the script.
Yeah, unless he directed reshoots or something, but that's the first I've heard of that.
I know he's involved with that production somehow.
Yeah,
Robert's favorite.
Austin's best friend. Yeah, Austin loves that guy.
Well, so does Robert, based on our Salem Slot.
Right.
Why is the station losing it?
You must have drawn the attention of our saboteur.
Well, yeah, between that and Annabelle Comes Home, he's got a pretty stellar
Absolutely.
track record as a
Bring
director.
the comms array on the upper level catwalk. I am going to lock them out manually.
Copy that.
When are we doing the Conjuring universe ranking?
Never. These movies are trash. Hey, Jareth, how's it going?
Hello.
Get him. But yeah, Welcome to Derry is going to be consistent with all of Muschietti's works. The CGI is going to suck, just like it does in all of his movies, but that's okay because it's on a TV budget.
Yeah, and also, I think It Chapter 1 doesn't have too much of that, in my opinion.
No.
I like that movie fine.
What CGI is in there, though, isn't great.
Damn it!
But there's way more. That's a big problem in the second one.
Yeah. Well, 2, he goes a lot bigger, but, you know, say what you will about that movie, it was at least still a box office hit. And then The Flash is just maybe the biggest cinematic disaster in the last 20 years. If not, it's got to be up there. So, for me, I'm looking at this more through the lens of, okay, when you make that spectacular of a failure with that much shit against you, what does going to TV and back to something that worked for you before, like, what does that look like?
So we're not the only ones who want to
And I
take this place
think it's
down.
interesting. It'll be
We can get
interesting to
around it.
see if
But we must
he pulls it off or not.
The sabotage to this facility was thorough enough that I would anticipate resistance when trying to undo it.
Guess all the busted infrastructure we've been running into wasn't
And
enough.
hopefully.
Also, if
What I can do to increase our odds.
Welcome to Derry sucks and has all those problems you just mentioned, that's just gonna make me double down on, oh god, I really hope he's out of The Brave and the Bold and not making that movie. Because fuck, do not let this guy make a Batman movie.
Well, and who knows if they're even still doing Brave and the Bold at this point.
They're
Like,
being very
it
fake about it.
seems like Batman is the big question mark in that universe. Like, It seems like they still don't know what they're doing with it.
I feel like they know. It's just people won't stop asking, so they're like, hey, you know.
Yeah. I also think they just don't want to say anything for a movie that's probably not going to get made for another 4 or 5 years. It's like
maybe even longer.
They have other. Yeah, they have other stuff they're trying to make first. And you know, people keep asking them or speculate, like, is the Pattinson universe going to be brought over? I mean, look, they could be lying, but everyone involved has said repeatedly, nope, we're keeping it separate. They have said that repeatedly.
I would prefer that.
I'm cool either way. I think it could work, but I'm fine with keeping it separate.
I think theoretically it could work. My big thing is I don't want Matt Reeves to feel like he's compromising on his vision.
Yeah. Yes.
Which I think is something that I assume Gunn feels strong about. Is he seems like he wants to make it a director-driven universe. So
it also seems like
if Reeves has problems with that, they probably won't go through with that.
Yeah, I also think Gunn wants Reeves to do something in the DCU. You know, when he's done with all that.
Yeah.
You know, if the DCU lasts that long, I'm sure he'd want to bring him over.
I think he's producing Clayface, but yeah, he could direct something.
Yeah, he's been involved with various Batman projects. And I am, like, if they're telling the truth and the Batman is kept as its own thing, I am 99.9% sure that is Matt Reeves' decision. That he is the one saying, no, I don't want to deal with the cinematic universe. Just let me make my Batman movies. I think if Gunn... I could believe that Gunn wants that, but Matt Reeves is like, no.
Happy birthday, Joe.
Oh, hell yeah. Happy birthday.
Got enough already.
So, what? You're blackmailing me?
Oh, you're
yeah, and I think... Oh yeah, go on, John.
Oh, I was just saying happy birthday to Drew.
Oh.
Happy birthday.
I don't know who you are, and I don't know what you want.
Yeah, so as long as Matt Reeves is uncomfortable with that decision, I don't think it will happen.
Yeah.
And it seems like he's uncomfortable with that decision.
And I think the Batman 2 taking so long is why The Brave and the Bold is taking so long, because I don't think they want to be making those movies at the same time. That's just a bad idea.
Unless they bite the bullet and have 2 concurrent Batman continuities.
I mean, that is already kind of happening. But...
Is it?
I only mean that in that, like, we've seen Gotham stuff in the DCU already.
Yeah.
The
I mean, we
cameo
technically have seen Batman.
Yes, exactly. But before the DCU, we had a lot of fucking Batman running around at the same time, and it didn't exactly work out. With shit like the Flash movie.
Not in the theater, though.
Well...
well, yeah.
That came out, what, like a year after the Batman?
Yeah, it did. I never considered the Flash a Batman movie, though. That's why I didn't think of it.
It might as well be, though.
He's in a lot of it.
It's more of a Batman movie than it is a Flash movie.
There's 3 Batmen in that movie.
Yep.
Wait, 3.
The
Clooney.
Oh, yeah.
Please be advised. Communications alignment. Array. Alert. Restoring previous configuration. Restoring.
And I think Gunn is just more concerned with the long game and not as worried about confusing people as, like, people in our circles are. Where it's like, how can you have 2 Batman continuities going at the same time? Like, assuming it doesn't take 5 years for the Batman 3 to come out after the second one. I think just that trilogy is going to be wrapped up. It's going to be done. And then we're going to have a lot more of the DCU. I think Gunn's just thinking about it long term like that.
Right. I hope that trilogy wraps up in a satisfying way.
Me too. I hope the second movie's satisfying. We've been waiting for it a long time.
That movie's gonna come out when I'm 42. It's okay.
Robert.
I hope.
Oh,
that
come
there's,
on!
Oh fuck.
Robert Pattinson will be 40 years old when they're filming the Batman 2.
It'll be fine. The sequels can take a while.
So we're not the only ones who want to take this place down.
That's great.
Can you get around it?
He does look pretty young in the first movie too.
Yeah.
Like younger than he probably actually is.
Oh,
like he's aged pretty well.
Yeah, he's just got a very youthful
Well, I'll
face.
see what I can do to increase our odds. Those windows are gonna be a problem.
I do hope when those movies wrap up, that means we could still do stuff in that universe. Like, I would like more, maybe another season of Penguin, or like something else.
No.
Connected.
I would prefer that between the Batman 2 and the Batman 3. Once we get to the Batman 3, I think I'm done. And it's like, okay, just now it's time to move on. But probably won't
Yeah,
get
it just like, even if there's a giant gap of time between movies, it just, I think because there's only been like one movie and one season of television, it feels like that universe is getting cut off too short, even though really it hasn't. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, and for various reasons, that show took a long time to come out, and that second movie is taking a long time to come out, so it just feels like we just haven't done much with it. But then I'm conflicted.
Because also,
Can't carry that.
yeah,
go
I think too, because like we're in the beginning of that universe still, and like there's a lot of potential. There's a lot of things you can do.
Yeah.
And then like the fact that it's taking so long for stuff to come out, it's like I don't know how much like progress we're gonna make by the end of the trilogy, but we'll see.
But Noah, what I'm conflicted about is if Matt Reeves is steadfast in his making this grounded, making this realistic, not doing sci-fi fantasy stuff. Well, then anything Batman adjacent coming out, I'd rather see in the DCU than his universe.
True.
Can't get
Fair, unless it's more stuff like the Penguin, where they can do like, unless it's something like a GCPD show, I'd watch something like that in that universe.
Yeah,
like if he wants to stick to the more grounded stuff, he just needs to choose the right Batman adjacent characters.
No, I think a GCPD show in that universe could be great, but after reviewing that comic, I'm like, well, I'd rather see that in the DCU though, because part of the fun is the contrast with like the cop storyline and also these crazy superpowered villains running around.
Yeah, I mean, personally, I don't want another grounded Batman trilogy right after the Nolan movies. If you're gonna do Gotham Central, give me some fucking superheroes.
You already got a Gotham show, though.
Yeah, and it was peak.
No, good one.
John, that show had Clayface in it.
I know, and that's good, but I want something else.
I mean, yeah, I know. It barely even had Clayface.
Yeah, well, and that show was like barely a Gotham Central show at the start, and then they just wrote out like half of those characters by the end of season 1. They're like, yeah, we have Montoya and Christmas Allen here. Ah, fuck it, they're out. We don't care.
They just disappear. They don't even write them out. They just delete them.
Yeah,
And,
I also want a good Batman video game. I actually
hope the
kind of
Lego
have
one's
hopes
great.
for that Lego game.
I can't wait.
I know people are pissy that there's not like 6,000 playable characters that all play the same.
Yeah, I think not being allowed to play as the villains is lame, but we'll see how it turns out. We also have a whole Lego game called Lego Supervillains, so that helps a lot.
Yeah, well, and it looks like they're trying to make
that
something beyond a collectathon platform.
Well, they just made it. They just made an Arkham game.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's not a collectathon platform.
If Rocksteady won't do it, Telltale Traveler's Tales will.
I would love a Telltale Arkham game.
I would love a Telltale Lego game.
Lego Adventures Chapter 1.
But Jareth, if Batman games are what you want, don't worry, because that's all they're gonna make.
Yep.
You are good.
Well, I think it's
not
too
happening.
early to say that.
Yeah. Well, like with that Lego Batman game coming, the optimist in me is like, oh man, I really hope the next one is Lego Superman. But the pessimist to me is, no, they're just gonna make another Lego Batman game. That's all they're gonna make. But we'll see.
Batman is their cash cow.
Yep. I just want a great Superman game. That's all I want.
I think there's more precedent to do. I do think that there's more precedent to do a good Superman game now with the movie out. And that was a success and generally well liked. So I'd love to see it. Make another flying simulator. I want to go through rings.
Hey, we're all out here working through our shit in real time, man. Could you work through it faster though? They keep coming.
I can't. We talked about this before. I can't stand it when people say you can't make a good you can't make a good Superman video game. He's too powerful. Like, do you have no imagination?
Blatantly false.
Yeah.
Like we all know what Superman's weakness is.
Yes. Bullets can't hurt him. Give the bad guys kryptonite bullets. It's not that hard to figure out.
Yeah. And they can make it a more stripped back kind of like John Byrne kind of thing where like he's not fully invincible and he can be, I don't know, or something like the animated series where he can be hurt by like lightning and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like you can do it.
Yeah, and I think if the compromise is, you know, making something more simplistic, like a Lego game, I will take it. I would love a Lego Superman game if it looks like the new Batman one they're doing.
Nah, give me a real Superman game.
It's what I want.
I would just like any Superman game.
I also agree with Jareth. I would love a good Green Arrow game.
That could be cool.
That would be fun. Archery simulator.
I also hope from DC we do see them collaborate with like smaller developers. And, like not everything needs to be a big AAA title that takes 5 years to make.
Don't say that.
You know,
Why say that?
Just give me good gameplay.
I
did think it was funny, as excited for the Lego game as I am. I did think it was voted a whole featurette to it, with James Gunn and like Jim Lee and everybody.
Yeah.
Like, this honors the legacy of that. This is the most important game. Like, okay.
Yeah, they gotta have it up.
Well, come on.
But yeah. Also on the topic of superhero games in general, I am excited for that Wolverine game.
It looks really cool.
I think it looks really fun.
I love Wolfie.
I've been locked out.
You lost to the saboteur?
A tactical retreat. I have located the source of the terminal.
And yeah, it really sucked. Like, and I know that Wonder Woman game had clearly a lot of development issues, so who knows how good it actually would have been, but it does suck that just got canceled outright.
Let's go.
Yes.
That
Well, what pisses me off too is
yeah.
they trademarked that Nemesis system so nobody else can use it. And now that studio is defunct.
Given the active interference with our efforts, it is unlikely that we have the element of surprise. A full survey of the area would be no significant tactical loss.
Yeah.
Going radio silent until we make contact. Either way.
Yeah, I would have played that.
Yeah.
I wasn't really hyped for that just because I'm not a huge Wonder Woman fan, but I totally would have played this. So.
It had potential. There's also just a lot of cool mythology stuff you could play with that we didn't even really get in the live action movies that I'm hoping we see more of in the DCU. I'm also pretty confident that like the Wonder Woman movie reboot, that's something that'll probably come out before The Brave and the Bold. And I think that's fine. It's something they should prioritize. Even though that hasn't been like officially announced or dated yet, I predict we'll get a Wonder Woman movie before we get The Brave and the Bold, whatever that turns out to be.
Well, I think I don't think this is confirmed. This also might be. I think there might be an animated series or something in the works.
There's that Themyscira show.
Maybe that's. Yeah, and even that's been kind of put on the back burner because that hasn't really gone anywhere since they announced it. But
yeah, I've heard no about that. A lot of the project that they initially announced.
Noah, you're cutting out a lot.
Okay. Sorry. What's it?
What?
Fix your internet. John, fix Noah's internet.
I don't know how.
It's your job.
No.
Hey.
I'm back. How do I sound?
Good enough. Better? Question mark?
Hello?
Yeah, you're fine.
Okay, I sound okay now?
Yeah.
I forgot what I was saying. I hope that they there's a few of those a few of the projects that they initially announced in that video years ago haven't really gone anywhere, and I hope some of them do. Like, it would be a shame if that Swamp Thing movie was canceled.
Yeah.
I really want that.
I think at the end of next year, we'll have a much better idea about how we're feeling about the DCU and its future. Because next year we're getting all the stuff that's like not hands-on directed or written by Gunn, just overseen by him. But we got the Lanterns show, we got the Supergirl movie, we got the Clayface movie, all of which I'm really looking forward to. But we'll see how those turn out first.
Yeah, because maybe it is a good thing that to not have Gunn fully be in charge of every creative project of the DCU. Yeah. He also just really needs to take a break.
Yes.
He's probably very busy.
Yeah, and as far as I know, he's gonna be pretty hands-on and focused on just Man of Tomorrow for the next couple years. I don't think that's really overlapping with anything that hasn't been written yet, or just being developed for later. But we'll see. I'm still pretty excited for Man of Tomorrow.
Do we know if the Waller show is still happening?
Yes, but again, we're just waiting for a date. progress hasn't been made on it. And that they've been talking about since like before the Superman reboot, like
before Gunn took over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm guessing that will get folded into a Peacemaker spinoff. I don't want to say
that's possible
because it's a spoiler. But...
That's possible. Yeah, yeah.
Right, yeah.
And whatever that turns out to be, I'm sure will probably come out after Man of Tomorrow. But hopefully it's like 6 months later and not, you know.
Oh, Jesus Christ, what does this thing want me to do?
Yeah, I can't really... It's hard for me to see. Is there a thing on the end that you need to connect with the wire? Like to the right, I mean.
Yeah, but I need to get the current over there, and I don't know why it won't.
Maybe just try it from the bottom.
What?
Like the wire connected on the far right. Like connect that back to the... Yeah, that one. Yeah, so connect to that, and then I get the bottom ones to the current. But that's all I got.
There's also one that's sparking on the left.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wonder.
Okay, the one that's sparking.
That's
on
red,
the right.
Which means it doesn't work. I don't know why it's.
Oh, okay.
Hmm. There are too many of these puzzles.
Yeah.
I agree. It's almost like they're here for padding.
Aha. There we go.
Yay.
Teamwork. We did it.
Yeah. But like I said, I think right now they're just kind of waiting to release or to announce more stuff and go deep into production on other stuff until we see how the next couple years pan out. Because, you know, we got the Lanterns show, Supergirl, Clayface, so then the next year we have Man of Tomorrow and the Batman 2. I think they're just kind of focused on those projects for now before announcing anything else.
Mm-hmm.
Thank God, because Midmaker was mid.
No, that guy is very dead. Motion tracker's
Well,
silent too. If the saboteur
like we were
was
talking about, these other things are
gone now.
gonna have less of Gunn's involvement.
But anyway,
very
Alien.
curious.
Sounds like our culprit. Just need to unplug it now.
Whose turn is it?
I believe it is your turn. No.
Okay.
I don't know.
Perdan has... It's alright. Perdan has fallen, running low on food,
send extraction, hiding in the management office in the operation center with sample. CR, we're not coming. Ava, I got you the sample. I got you the sample. Please respond. I did what you asked. We are no longer interested in competing with GES on these matters. Good luck. You can't do this. Connection terminated.
Oh. Breakups are always sad.
That sucks.
Well,
Must need a different tool.
can't do anything with that.
Oh, kind of on the
Bad.
topic of aliens. You guys excited for Badlands next month?
Kind of.
I hope it's fun.
Gotta
No.
find a terminal.
I
if wanna
don't think
open
it'll be
this.
as good as Prey, but I think it looks fun. Like I'm looking forward to it.
I
Okay.
think
I guess
Killers.
so.
The bullshit they pulled with that kind of lowered my expectations.
Yeah, I don't know.
Jared
We'll
wants to know if
see.
they're making another Alien
Fair enough.
movie. He hasn't watched the show.
Yeah.
I think a Romulus sequel has been confirmed,
Yes, Fede Alvarez is not directing it, but like he's still involved.
which is sad.
And yeah, we'll see.
I just
Kinda
hope
whatever.
get ADP. And it's
I-
actually good this time.
Yeah, what I want. I mean, first we'll see how Badlands turns out. I kind of hope the sequel to that is just AVP.
Yep.
What the hell?
I might.
With that Predator.
Oh, ew! Don't throw that up.
Why would they make you see this
Bro.
in VR? Like, if this was the VR version, why would they make you do that?
Because it's gross. Also, doesn't your character have a chest burster inside you?
Yeah.
That's a problem.
Oh, what's this?
Hey, I finally got the insulated tool.
Ooh,
Yay!
so I can get into more of them. Handy.
As much rejoicing.
Like I said, I might change my mind once I finally see Badlands, but I think it could be kind of cool to have a
It's up to you now,
Predator
man.
protagonist movie, you know, like his
Yeah.
origin story, and then let's just see him fight some xenomorphs
Even if
in the
it
next
is
one, and it's a
doesn't
character
matter.
we actually care
Business
about and
and
have spent time
xenomorphs
with.
don't
Like
mix.
that could be cool.
Whatever GES was
Yeah, that'd be
doing
awesome.
here, it dies here.
So I take it you're
I,
a
Because
little
he knew we'd make the
hyped
hard
for it.
choice.
I agree. Extraction is
Yeah, and I didn't think I would be in a trailer.
Thinking about that actually. Our ship's
Just because I've always been more of a fan of the old formula of
Good.
it's
If I
like
gotta go out
a
on
movie in
seconds,
one
God
genre,
forsaken
then a
hellhole
predator
out with me.
appears.
But what if you
Yes.
But
Well, you see,
I don't know,
no,
I-
we have
the
to
more
do
the
everything
closer-
different now.
medical research facility? Maybe there's
No,
well, the closer we get to
we're not
this, the
wasting our
more
final hours on
cool.
babies, Davis.
I just think it looks really cool, and I think it could be
The
really
ship is
fun.
a sure
And
bet.
I think it's a
Let's
good
move.
looking movie. All the practical effects look great. So
Well,
cool. Yeah, I'm excited.
yeah, it looks like a Dark Horse comic, you know, and I think that's neat.
Yeah.
And the thing with Killers, that's like half the thing you're talking. Like it does scratch that itch a little bit of different stories that are just their own thing, and then a predator shows up. So you do get that
But then
formula,
not really.
but then not really, because we have to tie it all together, and that's when the movie kind of loses me.
Yes, me too.
So, for now, I'm just looking forward to Badlands being its own thing. I'm not expecting that to tie into Killers a whole lot, but we'll see.
Yeah. And we know that the android in that is Wayland Yutani, so
Yes, and I like
hopefully we get.
I like Elle Fanning.
Yeah,
a lot,
she's-
so I think that character could be fun.
She looks really fun in the trailer.
I like that they're doing the C-3PO backpack thing
Yeah.
from Empire Strikes Back. another sci-fi franchise that we haven't discussed tonight, because everyone's dying to hear us talk about it. A new Tron movie came out. Yay!
Oh yeah.
Noah's really
Oh.
looking forward to that.
I'm curious about it. I think when that hits Disney Plus, I'm gonna watch it.
Me too.
I watched, this morning I watched the Half in the Bag on that, and I'm very much with Jay, where like I find Tron interesting as a concept, and I'm just endlessly fascinated about how Disney keeps trying to make it the next big thing, and it always flops.
Yep.
Real
This
quick,
new one especially so.
Jareth asked what they did to Killer of Killers. So, spoilers for Killer of Killers. But they revealed that all of the protagonists from the other from the other Predator movies, even though they lived, were cryogenically frozen in this Predator ship. And then, like 2 weeks later, they added an ending. They added footage showing Dutch and the guy from Predator 2 are alive in that spaceship. It's the dumbest thing I've ever seen.
We'll see where it goes.
Here we go.
Oh, I'm back in here.
Yeah.
But yeah. I was so happy when I watched the Half in the Bag for that, and in the intro they use "Ladies and gentlemen, the 9 Inch Nails."
That was great.
Because that is from Twin Peaks episode.
Oh,
that's all I'll
awesome.
say about that.
Jay would do that. I think they did a re-release of Tron Legacy, and I do regret not going to the theater to see that, because that might have been fun.
Yeah, I've never seen Tron Legacy, but it looks pretty cool. I never watched it.
Perfectly fine film.
I think it's okay.
Yeah. So like when that movie comes out, I had never heard of Tron, and I'm like, oh, what is this thing? And that I think that's one of the like early examples of a legacy sequel in like the 2010s before that hit big, like that became the trend.
Yeah. And ironically, it's like one of the best ones. Maybe not top 3, but it's up there.
That is correct by default.
But I was like, oh, what is this weird movie? Oh, it's a sequel to a movie I've never heard of. And then a bit later, I was like, well, I'm curious about this, so I'll watch the original. And as a kid, I was like, this is the most boring movie I've ever seen. So I never ended up watching Legacy.
Yeah, the original Tron sucks.
I'm not a big fan of it.
Yeah,
I saw Legacy before I saw the original.
But I've always been a little curious about the other movies, so I think when Ares is on Disney Plus, I might just watch all 3.
I like Tron Legacy enough that I was tempted. They put out a 4K steelbook of both Tron movies. I don't really need to own the first one, but I was tempted with the second one.
Yeah, and I'd like that's why I'm kicking myself for not seeing that re-release, because the one and only time I saw Tron Legacy, it was a DVD Redbox rental, and I thought it was fine, but it wasn't like the most optimal viewing experience for that kind of spectacle.
Yeah, I guess not.
Which is unfortunate, because when I remember when the trailers for Legacy were coming out, I thought it looked really cool. And I don't even remember what movie this was, but I remember sitting in a movie theater with my dad, and the Legacy trailer plays, and he says out loud, oh, it only took them 30 years to make a sequel to that. And I was like, what are you talking about? Because I had never heard of Tron.
Yeah.
In my life. And then sometime after watching Tron Legacy, we borrowed the first film on DVD from a friend, and it was like, yeah, I think I like Legacy better. And then I have not touched Tron since.
The only Tron I'm curious
about is
that animated show, because I do think that is the correct choice.
I forgot about that.
For that property.
It's got a cult following.
It's interesting though, because like, well, obviously the first Tron was very like groundbreaking effects wise. I get that. I understand, you know, its place in cinema history that way. I think that movie's kind of an eyesore. I don't like the visual style of the original Tron.
It's so groundbreaking they forgot to write a script.
But even beyond the script, I don't like the visuals. Even if I think it's neat.
I respect them more than I like looking at them.
Yeah.
Okay. I think Legacy is a way easier movie to look at.
No, and I really do like the way Legacy looks.
Yeah, it looks awesome.
The only thing I care about with the new movie is it gave me a new album of 9 Inch Nails to listen to.
The music sounds really cool.
And I am a big 9 Inch Nails fan.
And Disney definitely knows that that's the only thing most people will care about, because they plaster the 9 Inch Nails logo all over every trailer and the poster.
Yeah, because when the Daft Punk score from Legacy became a phenomenon and like more successful than the movie itself, that happened organically. You know, I don't remember that being all over the marketing. It was just like, oh, they got Daft Punk to do the score. That's an interesting choice. That's unconventional. And then everybody saw the movie and was like, holy shit, the music was great. Like, that happened very organically.
Yeah. I think that was something I heard about later, like after the fact, after the movie came out. It was like, oh, Daft Punk did the score. That's kind of cool.
Mm-hmm. But Noah, to what you were saying about the visuals, I feel about the first Tron the way I feel about Attack of the Clones, where I'm like, wow, this took a lot of work. It was really ambitious and impressive for the time. I don't think it looks good. Like, I don't think
it looks like shit.
Yeah, I mean, Tron's probably more of an eyesore to look at, but Attack of the Clones is just a lot of that's just ugly and fake. Again, I can respect the work and ambition of it.
100%.
Because even
I'd argue Tron has aged better because it's an eyesore, but it's a stylized eyesore.
That's fair.
Attack of the Clones.
Attack of the Clones is supposed to look, for more or less, realistic.
Yeah, but even Revenge of the Sith, like a movie I still have problems with. I think the green screen and stuff is considerably better than Attack of the Clones. I don't know if you guys agree with that, but yeah.
Yeah, it's a big jump. It's only a few years later.
Yeah.
I kind of like the aesthetic and like visual design of the prequel era, though. I do find that like Attack of the Clones is an ugly movie.
Yeah.
But I do think I prefer that style to Tron, even though I get what Tron's trying to go for.
Yeah. Okay, here.
Oh,
Tron,
for God's sakes!
Like John was saying about the cartoon and that just being the correct choice for that material. When I look at merchandise from the first Tron, like Funko Pops and shit, I'm like, wow, that looks really cool. That's so unique. I want to see that cartoon. And then I look at how the movie actually looks, and I'm like, fuck, this looks ugly. But when I look at a Funko Pop, I'm like, man, that like really stands out.
How am I supposed to figure this out if it won't Jesus fucking Christ.
These puzzles, man.
Well, it doesn't help that I have to keep stopping every 5 seconds because an alien pops up.
That
fucking
makes me think. Is there a door you need to close or something else you need to take care of first? Like that's the vibe I'm getting, but I could be wrong.
Perhaps.
So I can get into more of them.
Noah, what were you saying?
I don't remember. I think you were in the middle of saying something.
Just something about the Tron aesthetic. add to that?
Yeah, I don't know.
What now?
It's funny because you guys are talking about how
Even if he
the
did
animated
survive,
Tron show
doesn't
kind of
matter
works
anymore.
better with that
Business and
material.
xenomorphs don't
I think
mix.
you could almost say the same
Whatever
thing with
GES was
the
doing here,
prequels
it
for
dies here.
Clone Wars.
Carver called us because he knew
Yeah.
I
we'd
think
make the right choice.
Clone Wars
But
is the best. A lot of that stuff is looked.
Without a working ship.
I agree.
Been thinking about that actually.
but I would
Our ship's
argue
unlimited. So I think it's time we make lemonade.
how do I want to
The
say
engines
this?
want to blow up. Good.
Tron works best in animation because it's in the video game. So you are doing a lot of very stylized things. The only reason that the animation looks better in the prequels is because it's early green screen and the scripts are bad.
If I've got to go out, at least I can take this godforsaken hellhole out
It's
with
funny
me.
because
You don't have to. Hollis removed her chest.
you throw we can throw the criticism of, especially with Attack of the
I'm not
Clones,
wasting
that
my final
it
hours
looks
on
bad
Vegas
because it
Vegas.
looks like a cartoon.
While this place still
So
stands,
my thing is,
ship
when it
is a
actually
sure
is a
bet.
cartoon,
Let's move.
it looks better.
I can argue with you on the way.
Yeah.
That will bypass that
With
broken
Attack of the Clones,
Take the elevator to
the Tatooine and Naboo stuff looks good because those are actually shot on location. And then I think the like Gladiator Arena is the only green screen stuff I think looks cool in that movie. Something about the lighting and the color of that sequence I think looks neat. But most of that movie I think looks really ugly. But to your point, Noah, in the generation we grew up in, there was like this big hard disconnect between just visually the original trilogy and the prequel trilogy that a lot of people didn't know what to do with or couldn't make sense together. And then in the cartoon and the Clone Wars, that show very naturally, I think, blends stuff from both the prequel era and the original trilogy era, and it all just fits together.
It just fits. Yeah. It's funny, like, growing up and seeing people have that as a criticism, like a problem with the prequels, like, because I can totally see that, but I grew up in a time where, like, that was just all Star Wars to me.
Yeah,
so I never really had that issue.
I also think aesthetically, green screen in the second movie aside, aesthetics are one of the main things that trilogy has going for it, and I actually like that it's different from the original trilogy.
Yeah, I like the worlds. I like world building.
Yeah, I didn't grow up with that like purist mentality of, oh, this doesn't look like the original trilogy and it's bad. I like that it looks different.
And I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna ruffle some feathers, but I like the highly choreographed lightsaber fights.
No, they're good.
Like
they're good. Luke, the original trilogy's fight scenes were because of the time, and they weren't jet. One of them was a robot, half robot. The other was an inexperienced Jedi fighter.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, and the criticism you always hear of, like, oh, well, it doesn't look real, it just looks like a dance. Like, I feel like that's just a subjective thing. Like, I think you could apply that to a lot of, like, especially like Hong Kong type action move. You could say the same thing. I don't think it's real.
I wouldn't want the franchise that uses space magic to look fake.
Damn, David. Your grenade blew up?
Oh my god.
Can't have that.
Better turn that off before it causes even more problems.
I don't know. I am all for
and
consistency, but I can also recognize that the universe has changed and evolved. A
But
fight that
always
takes
kind
place
of
20
thought-
years before shouldn't look the same as a fight that takes place 20 years later.
Right.
Yeah,
I think part of it too is the different, like I always saw it in like different contexts of when those movies took place. Like you alluded to earlier, John. You had like Obi-Wan's an old guy and Anakin, Vader's an old guy at that point. Luke's inexperienced. He's just learning how to use a lightsaber. But then you go back to like years earlier, like decades earlier in the prequel time, they're all Jedi Knights that are working at like the peak of their prime. So obviously the fights are going to look different.
Yeah, and it's also canon that they're using the Force to enhance their reflexes and speed.
I distinctly remember the first time.
I didn't even know that, but yeah.
Yeah. They can also force speed run sometimes, or never.
Wow, I do wish Lucas was more consistent with the Force power instead of just randomly pulling one out of his ass when he needs one.
Yeah, but I distinctly remember the first time I ever heard someone critique the fights. I was a kid watching Revenge of the Sith on DVD with my cousin, one of my cousins, and this wasn't that long. This was maybe a year or two after the movie came out. And we got to the Mustafar fight, and I was like, oh man, this fight's so great. And he was like, it's kind of fake. And I was like, what? And then, like, the bit happens where Anakin kicks Obi-Wan in the face, and he's like, yeah, like, that looked really fake. Like, that obviously didn't hit. And I was like, oh. It was the first time I ever heard, like, that type of critique on choreography.
Well, you know,
but
I always watch Star Wars thinking it was a documentary.
It's true.
It is.
I will say, as fun as the lightsaber fights are in that movie, I still think the Darth Maul one is the best one. Like, Lucas tried to top it, and I don't think he did. There is a grit.
The Obi-Wan Anakin fight is better.
I don't think so. I think it's too drawn out.
It's
I think it's
okay
a
to
bit
be
overblown.
wrong. Jareth, do I collect Band Presto Dragon Ball figures? I do not. I don't collect any figures because I don't have room. I'm sure they look cool though.
Yeah. Hey, Adam Arch. He's back just in time for a Star Wars discussion.
My favorite topic.
We're talking about stuff.
Yeah, we're not talking about the sequel. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I don't
But no, I like the Obi-Wan Anakin fight. I just think it's too over the top and drawn out.
No.
But I still like it. Noah,
The best part of the Obi-Wan and Anakin fight, though, is that, like, 2 seconds where they're just swinging lights in front of each other and they don't connect.
That's the silly stuff I like.
That is my favorite part.
I don't know. There's just a Darth Maul one fight that I prefer.
The Anakin and Obi-Wan fight it's very operatic. It kind of works for me on an emotional level, but it does it is a bit overblown and it does go on for a bit too long. And I don't know if I needed them swinging on wires.
Yeah, I'm just much more invested in what happens in that fight than I am the Maul fight.
Yeah, I think I'm just looking at it more in terms of choreography and direction, but I think stuff like the Clone Wars actually enhances like the Obi-Wan Anakin fight.
Yeah,
I have a lot of issues. Yeah, I have a lot of issues with how the movies handle that relationship, so I'm not as invested as I'd like to be. But to your point, John, in the context of just that first movie, yeah, Darth Maul is very much a non-character, so that's fair.
Darth Maul, we love him.
He was in that Solo movie.
I forgot about that.
He had a Solo movie?
I forgot that he showed up at the end of Solo for 2 seconds to say, "I'm still here. This won't lead to anything."
Shit.
People who have only seen Phantom Menace are going to be very confused.
Speaking of
people who haven't seen Phantom Menace are going to be very confused.
That too.
Did you guys see the Invincible season 4 casting?
I haven't really looked into it.
Not watched.
I need to catch up on the show.
You guys are frauds.
Me too. I'm sorry.
Lee Pace is going to be voicing the villain.
Cool.
He did a little bit of his voice at the announcement, and that sounds good.
He's a typical bad guy actor.
This guy.
If I had only seen him in Guardians of the Galaxy, though, I'd have like no reaction to that announcement. I'd be like, okay, whatever.
Well, you're a big fan of him in The Hobbit.
Yeah, you're the
I mean,
biggest
I
Hobbit
guess,
fan I know.
I guess he's.
Robert's always
movies.
talking about Lee Pace in The Hobbit.
Yeah.
he's my favorite.
Robert's
No,
like, it's good because it's different.
Yeah, I love Guardians of the Galaxy, but I do not much care for that villain.
Here we go.
That's Gunn's weakest villain? Maybe?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm trying to decide if it's him or the villain is. I'm trying to decide if it's him or the villains in season 2 of Peacemaker.
I just don't want to
see, that's kind of hard. Yeah, number 1, spoilers. Number 2, there's not, like,
That's why I didn't say any names, Noah. Jeez.
Okay. It's hard to talk about.
I'll just say that there are antagonists in Peacemaker Season 2 that I think are more interesting than Ronan in that movie. Regardless if I thought it stuck the landing or not.
Roberto.
Yeah, the thing with the Guardians one... Yeah, you read it.
What's it? I am reporting an incident involving one of our live sample shipping containers. During a routine inspection, we discovered signs of acid damage on the interior surfaces of the container. Oh no. The damage appears to have been caused by a breach in the containment system, which has since been patched up by Helen and her... crew. The container has been thoroughly repaired and is now back in circulation. Eunice Rogers, Senior Cargo Lead, Gemini Exoplanet Solutions.
I like how you overcompensate, but for how slow I read by reading really fast. That's good.
Thank you.
What was I saying? Oh yeah, Guardians. I think that's a really solid movie, but it is probably Gunn's weakest villain, and that, I mean, the MCU in general just has that villain problem, except for a few.
Well, especially at that time. Like, Loki was like the exception. But that was even before the Netflix shows, you know, if you count those.
Thank you. You have no idea.
Yeah, true.
Rough day.
But yeah, the defense I've heard of Ronan is like, well, Gunn knows he sucks and he's supposed to be a bad generic villain, and I'm like, okay.
I got it. Come here, baby.
That doesn't make me like him anymore.
What did they talk about?
Well, and like, I can like a movie and not like the villain, it's fine.
Yeah, totally.
We need to know. This one was a big change from last time.
If that wasn't the case, I wouldn't like half the MCU.
Performance indicators. Yeah.
That's true.
The board was like on fire with excitement.
Although the route they're
How
going.
so? They're finally opening the basement. The advanced facilities?
But then I'd say Ego is maybe my favorite villain.
He's
from
my
Gunn's
third favorite. Oh, just Gunn villains?
They're calling it phase 2
Of Gunn's villains.
leadership.
Yeah,
I mean,
it might be Lex for me at this point.
Lex is great. I also love Starro.
Oh,
like, that's such a different thing. Like, I don't...
Yeah, you're right. Never mind. It's Lex.
Suppression system engaged.
Thought we crashed into it.
Part of it.
Yeah,
Also,
it didn't occur to me
the high
until recently.
evolutionary.
Well, okay, I was just about to say, you know, his think Lex is very similar to High Evolutionary, and maybe a little better.
Oh, sure.
I do like both of those. I didn't make that connection until now. With kind of what motivates them.
I think I just hate
They're
the High Evolutionary more.
Yes. Well, and they're both haters. Like, Gunn really leans into that.
Yeah. But I
just
think they
love-
go out of their way to make the High Evolutionary despicable.
Yep.
I mean, they do the same with Lex. It's just you don't care as much because it's people, not animals.
Well, yeah, because you don't see Lex torture animals in that movie.
Except for Crypto.
Well, except for Crypto.
But Crypto gets his, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. No,
I
you're
don't
right.
know. Call me Cole or whatever. I don't hate someone extra just because it's an animal. It's all the same shit.
Yeah. For me,
Lex also. When Lex shoots that guy, spoilers.
Yeah.
That's pretty bad.
Spoilers for like a 7-month-old movie you should have seen by now.
I know. I just wanna.
No, I'm saying, yeah, spoilers. You should have seen the movie by now. If you haven't seen it, then you gotta look.
That was a moment I wasn't expecting it to go there. That was kind of a shocking moment in the theater.
Yeah. I also didn't love that scene. I just thought it happened too quickly.
That's kind of the point.
Oh.
Well, okay. I mean, like the scene surrounding it, not just the gun going off.
What?
I don't know. I feel like we're thrown into that. I'm just talking about pacing. Like we're thrown into that scene, and then suddenly it's like, oh, we're doing this now. Oh, he's dead. Okay. I don't know. I just have issues.
You wanted them to build to an interrogation more?
I mean, yeah.
Oh.
Like,
what did you?
I think
have him
I think
write
that
down the questions that he was going to ask. I don't understand.
I'm just talking about the pacing of the scene, and it's a guy like, remember this guy? Here's the exposition because you forgot because he's only been in one scene and that was like an hour ago. Like you don't get to connect with the person that much.
That's fair. I think it
I'm
works
nitpicking.
because it happens so fast.
Yeah. For me, it was more also tonal things. Just the way we're thrown into that scene, and then we immediately jump from that scene into the Mr. Terrific scene. So that's the only part of the movie I had some tonal pacing issues with, but it's not a big deal. It's bothered me less on repeat viewings just because I know it's coming.
Did not see that coming.
All I'm saying, like
Whoa.
before the guy is even unmasked, I think that scene just could have had a little more build up and tension before we escalate. But that's just my opinion.
That movie does juggle a lot.
It does. And have you guys watched the deleted scenes yet?
No, actually.
Yeah, there are two. He was totally right to cut out. Where I was like, yeah, the movie doesn't need this. There is one that I think should have stayed in, and it's like 30 seconds.
Oh, okay.
It's after Lois's phone call with Jimmy on the farm, where she's gonna go back to Metropolis. There's an extra bit where she goes back to see Clark, and he's passed out, and she just says goodbye to him, and like it's just a quiet. It's just a quiet, slow moment, and I'm like, yeah, I think the movie needed it. It's like 30 seconds of downtime.
We do need a bit more downtime in that movie.
Yeah. Also, on first viewing, like when we go from her, like, yeah, I know she says she's on her way, but like when we go from her being on the farm to just being in the Daily Planet, on first viewing, that was jarring for me. It was like, oh, she's here now. Okay. I thought we'd have like a transition point with her, and now that I've seen that, I'm like, yeah, I think that should have stayed in. It's like 30 seconds.
Sure, yeah.
But
I still
love the movie.
I gotta get the 4K.
Oh my god.
I gotta get it. I gotta rewatch it. I've only seen it twice. I'm not on Austin's level.
I'm getting there. I've seen it 4 times now.
Hell yeah.
Damn, I'm not John's level.
No, that is my favorite Superman movie. It's big.
I love it.
Maybe my second favorite, maybe.
Yeah, it's my second favorite.
You're both frauds.
The Donna one is still peak.
No.
It is.
Yeah.
No.
A classic Hollywood epic.
Yeah. That's my 3rd favorite, I think, at this point.
Oh, what's your second? Oh, yeah, Man of Steel. I'm stupid. Sorry.
Superman Returns.
Yeah, that would have been funny. Oh.
Well,
Superman and the Mole Men.
no, it's clearly Superman 3.
Yeah, like, oh yeah, only the movie that John likes way more than me. Yeah, of course.
Jareth says he still likes Man of Steel more. Fair enough. Hey man, I like Man of Steel. There's a lot I like in that movie.
I like Man of Steel, but Superman 2025 is just the best representation of post-crisis Superman, which is my Superman.
Which is funny, because Man of Steel's really trying to be that.
The problem is
I don't know,
Man of
it's
Steel
weird.
also has too much New 52.
That's fair.
Yeah, the new one feels a bit more classic Superman, which I love.
I'm glad we're starting to balance the scales, because before James Gunn's Superman, boy, did we have a lot more good Batman movies than good Superman movies, so
That's because Batman's
we're getting there.
Yeah. I mean, I do like Batman more than Superman, but
Yeah.
Super
I don't think
is
that's-
my second favorite superhero of
Yeah.
all time.
I love them both, and I don't think that's the reason why the bad Superman movies are bad.
No, I mean, the bad Superman movies are bad is because they got hack directors like Bryan Singer.
Oh.
Oh.
I don't think this
At
is
least-
doable.
Don't say that. Why say that? Believe in yourself, man.
You just gotta believe.
That sounds like a SpongeBob quote, but I can't place it.
No way.
It's yeah, it's the movie when Mandy says you just gotta believe in yourself.
Okay,
You just gotta believe. That's
I was
really
just-
specific, and I don't know why.
I mean, I was halfway there. I was just like, okay, I just can't nail the inflection or the voice. But I know I've heard that.
Yes. As I was explaining that, I was like, this is maybe kind of embarrassing that I know.
Jared says
Anyway,
the best
yep.
Superman movie for him is still The Last Son of Krypton.
What?
What?
What's that one?
I don't.
Do
That's
you
what
mean-
I'm asking.
oh,
is
you-
I'm
the-
having trouble placing.
Wait. Jareth, do you mean Man of
The
Tomorrow?
premiere?
I
Is it,
I don't
or does he mean the series premiere of Superman the Animated Series? That's the 3-parter. That's called
Oh.
Last Son of Krypton.
Okay.
I don't know
maybe.
why you. I guess that movie.
That doesn't
I don't know.
count.
I don't think it was
That doesn't
even
count. I
packaged
wouldn't
as a
say that
movie,
counts.
but okay.
I mean, if that's his favorite, I can't say that doesn't count. But to me, that doesn't count.
Yeah. Noah, was that the gist of what you were saying about the SpongeBob thing?
Yes. No, that's all I was. I have nothing more to add to that.
What? I could do you one better. When I did the Naked Gun review on Geekvolution, I wore a Daredevil shirt for a very specific reason. And before we went live, Cap was like, "Oh, like, why are you wearing that shirt?" And I was like, "Oh, it's because it ties in." And then without skipping a beat, Austin's like, "Oh yeah, I get it." Noah, do you know what we were referring to on our Naked Gun review?
I feel like, yeah, I think on a subconscious level I understand, but I'm trying to think of what it is.
It's because okay, it's because Daredevil is blind, and Leslie Nielsen was in the Naked Gun movies, and Leslie Nielsen played Mr. Magoo.
Yep.
That is like 6 degrees of bullshit.
Yes, it is, and it's even funnier.
Leslie Nielsen.
And it's even funnier because Austin got it immediately.
Yeah, no, I was like, I see a connection here, but I can't place it.
Yeah, you have the Pepe Sylvia board.
Jared is talking about the animated series. Apparently, they did release it as a movie.
Weird.
So,
I didn't know that.
Like I said, I myself don't count that personally, but I'm not gonna take it away from you if you do.
In his defense, they did that with the Batman Superman crossover, which is just 3 episodes of Superman, but they put it out on DVD and VHS as the Batman Superman movie.
Yeah, I don't.
No,
they did that for
with
Batman
the,
Beyond too. There's the Batman Beyond the movie. Me personally, I don't count any of those. But I don't. I don't care enough to like fight over it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And as far as Superman origin stories go, I think that one is very good. And if we're talking about like the Jor-El character specifically, that the animated series one, Jarrett, that's my favorite Jor-El, like by a lot.
I also have a
great.
hot take that I don't like animated series that much.
It's pretty good. Belial?
18 drones in the hopper for the kennels.
Noah's gonna go full Belial.
You're good, John. You're making me do a Belial stream.
That's fine. We've made better Superman animated shows since then. Shit.
I mean, My Adventures is very good.
Yeah, it's
I like
better.
it.
I won't
argue
with you if you. I won't argue with anyone that likes it more than animated series. That's fine.
Yeah, because Robert, it's better. It's peak.
I like the villains and animated series a lot better overall.
Season 1, sure, but I will put their Brainiac over anything in animated series.
I'd put him on par with their Darkseid in the old show, but that's just me.
But also the
also
problem
have
with
very
Superman
similar
is I don't think that gets the focus enough. It's just Superman stories.
I like him well enough.
I like animated series mostly as just like, oh, this is just Superman, like animated on screen. Like, that's good. I do think you can make the argument that My Adventures does like character stuff better, especially with the main group of characters.
Yes.
So I can see why someone would like that better.
They're also doing different things.
Yes, one of them is doing character stuff, one of them isn't.
I don't agree.
It's just doing it slower. And, you don't get a lot of that payoff until Justice League, but whatever.
Yes.
Yeah, and I mean even then it's in the background because you have to juggle a bunch of characters.
Well, and by the time we get to Unlimited, I have a big problem with their Superman not progressing at all.
Yeah, it's almost like they should have done all that stuff in his own show.
I like that they fixed the design in Unlimited.
I think you're right.
I like that too. I think they fixed that in the second season.
It's time to move
of Justice
That's the
League.
only way back to the
They,
ship.
they,
yeah. Oh yeah. That's
they
right.
fixed that pretty quickly.
The
Fix
cheekbones.
what? Sorry.
They added extra lines under his eyes to make him look older, and it's really
And
weird and
cheekbones.
distracting. But their Bruce looks younger than he looked in the previous shows.
I don't know if you can make
It's
that
very
jump when
strange.
you got back. Not from down here.
I don't know why Superman's the character you're trying to make look older.
I get that they wanted a more seasoned look for him, but it's just really
Yeah.
distracting and weird.
And like I said, particularly with the dark side stuff, there's some really strong character stuff in that original show.
Yes.
And the series finale is fantastic.
But it's a cliffhanger.
Yeah, it's a cliffhanger that doesn't really get resolved.
Well, it doesn't in Justice League.
Yeah, wiping it away and pretending it
doesn't
never happened doesn't count.
What?
When we
We're
start
probably
Justice
talking
League,
about nothing.
he's just Superman again. We don't ever. He's not wanted. They don't mistrust him. He's just.
Uh,
I'll be pushing my luck.
I mean, he's not like. I don't know. I need to watch it again, but I don't think he's still wanted. No. He's not wanted at the end of that show. Just people are more distrusting of him, which
which never
does-
comes back.
that is so incorrect.
Okay.
Have you seen Justice League Unlimited?
Have you?
Oh my god, I can't. Noah, do you know what I'm talking about?
The season 2, the Amanda Waller stuff.
Okay, but I'm
Yes,
talking about the normal
all the
citizens.
Cadmus stuff. Dude, Emil Hamilton was an ally in the Superman show, and then he's a fucking villain in Unlimited because he distrusts Superman and is turned on him.
Okay,
That's why he
again,
creates
I
the
repeat,
Supergirl clone.
I am talking about the normal citizens of Metropolis. That show ends with all of them not fully trusting him, and then we just skip ahead to when they do.
Not necessarily. It depends on the episode, like the Captain Marvel episode.
We also don't see a whole lot of like the
Yeah.
general public's perception.
Right.
Maybe,
We
and
also-
that probably is a fault in like what you're talking about, John. But we
don't.
we just
deal
don't
with
see a
that
lot
with
of that.
with the average person.
I-
Yes, we do the Argus
Well,
stuff, and that stuff is the best stuff in that show. But that's why you need another season of Superman to fully flesh that stuff out.
we also don't go to Metropolis a lot in the Justice League shows.
Yeah, which is kind of a problem.
Globetrotter. Yeah.
How the fuck?
They got more characters to keep track
Yeah.
of.
Well, it's also it's juggling a lot of characters, and it doesn't want to make Superman like mandatory viewing. You know, it still wants to
Can't
be
have that.
Yeah.
It still wants to be watchable as its own thing, and I think it succeeds.
I would also say that the last episode of Superman the Animated Series, it's good, but yeah, I don't think that works as a series finale, and I don't think it was intended to be a series
No,
finale.
like the show is canceled. Yeah. I think if we never got more, it's just a really ballsy kind of downer ending, but it still resolves the main plot. The what I find frustrating is when you get to the end of Superman, it feels like we're stepping in the direction of Lois knowing and them dating and stuff, and then I really don't like how she's used when we get to Unlimited. That's the stuff that bothers me.
I don't remember really what they do with her. She only has a few appearances, right?
Yeah, she doesn't appear. They do the thing where he's dating her as Superman, but he's still not telling her he's Clark, which I think is monumentally stupid and something I never like.
At that point, she should know.
Yes.
It's almost like we should have done that in Superman the Animated Series.
Well, the show's canceled. But
Okay, but
I
you
just-
also had 3 seasons to get them there, and you didn't do anything.
I disagree. It's a different type of show. Like Noah was saying, it's just classic Superman stuff.
Well,
it's more episodic.
What is more classic Superman than
prefer...
the Superman and Lois Lane relationship? Like, come on.
Okay, but she.
Yeah, well, then, but they do the classic dynamic of, where did Clark go? You know.
Yeah, which
yeah,
is like
and you can
first...
get them to the place that they should be by the end of that show. You had 3 whole seasons and you didn't do shit with it.
I disagree.
So,
also,
okay, so
fucking 50 years of history.
I will say, I do wish that show did more character stuff. That's also something you can say about Batman the Animated Series. That's just more episodic, like adventures. Yeah. But I love that show. But as much as I love their Lois, like she's one of my favorite Loises, I do think she's really brought down by the fact that we never see her figure out Clark's identity.
Yes. That
and just makes her dumber.
No, it's fine. We don't need character development.
I don't need her to get to that point in season 4.
Agreed.
But maybe if it got it.
Then where else were we gonna do it?
Well, I'm annoyed that we didn't get there in Justice League. Like, if you're gonna show them dating, then she should know. In my opinion. I do think she could have popped up.
I cry foul on doing that off screen.
It depends on how you do it. Like, there is a time jump.
Yeah, I'd be accepting of it, just because there is a time jump and because we're dealing with so much else in that show.
Yeah.
Be like, oh, okay, it's nice that, you know, they know, or she knows now.
Yeah, I love plot points being resolved off screen. That's awesome.
It depends.
Yeah, but there's so much that they already have to keep track of, and like that is a Justice League show, not just a Superman show.
And all the Lex Luthor stuff is fantastic in both Justice League and Unlimited. He's used very well.
No, I'm saying you need to do that in Superman. Not off screen, not in Justice League, in Superman.
Okay,
that is a Superman plot.
But John, I'm with you on that. It's just with what they have.
Yes.
Like that. Yes, that should have been done in Superman, but because they didn't, and there's a bit of like, there's time in between. I would have been fine with them just being like, it happened off screen. It's not my ideal preference, but like I would.
I mean, that is what I would like. I don't love that, and that would be better than nothing. But I think your Superman show is fundamentally flawed if you don't have one of the most important storylines in Superman's comic history.
But I think you're ignoring historical context, or that was a very recent development in comic books at the time. I don't begrudge or fault them for not hitting that point in 3 seasons.
Yeah,
like Noah's saying, it's just a very classic, traditional Superman show.
Well, and I do think that they should have done that. I think by season 3 they should have.
Yeah, I can give them season 1 because that's a newer storyline, but by season 3. Come on.
That's just such an episodic show that it doesn't bother me, but if it had gotten a 4th season, then I think it could have gotten there. But all the Lex stuff is great, the Darkseid stuff is great. I don't think that show is devoid of character development. I like the Supergirl a lot.
I don't even remember their Supergirl, so I will give you that. I don't...
And it would have been cool if Lois figured it out too, because I always prefer that rather than Clark just being like, "I am Superman."
Yeah, I'm just
because she's a reporter. She's smart. She should know these things. Yeah.
It's a hard tightrope to walk, but I say all that to say that I am also done with the "will Lois figure it out" trope. I am in the camp of I'm glad we skipped all that for James Gunn's Superman movie, and that they're just in a relationship and she knows, and I am
That's how
totally
it
fine.
works.
Yeah.
Oh my god,
She's freaking out.
it's Uncharted. You gotta
That's
jump.
true,
to the
though.
yellow spot.
That's true, because in the DCU, we don't get any of that.
Yeah,
I'm fine with that.
And I think that works because that is the quote that is the status quo at the start. It's not, well, we introduced these characters and then just hand waved away. Well, she figured it out sometime off screen.
We're talking about a hypothetical development that didn't happen.
No, I'm saying
again,
that's what works about the new Superman movie is we don't introduce them and then do it off screen. It's that we just start there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that they start there too.
Yeah.
DC
I'm
made
just
them wait to
looking at-
marry Lois and Clark on screen before they could do it in comics. So it could have been a weird rule. I mean, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah. I also think Bruce Timm is part of that. He's just very traditional. I don't think he likes Lois knowing the secret, which is why we never got there. I love those shows,
Well, Bruce
but there
Timm.
are lots of Bruce Timm decisions I don't agree with.
Yeah, Bruce Timm had some whack takes.
Even Batman the Animated Series, which I consider a masterpiece, like it's very close to my ideal of Batman, but there are a couple of places where he stumbles, in my opinion.
Yeah, because I always think of animated series as my definitive Batman, but then I think about certain things and I'm like, well, I wouldn't have combined Jason Todd and Tim Drake. I wouldn't.
That
have
was more of a sign
had...
of the times. He couldn't use Jason.
No, I get why they did that, but it, like, to me that becomes then it's not really my definitive Batman, even though I think of it as, for the most part.
Yeah, I can see that.
For me, it's the Barbara stuff.
That too.
I have never understood why, if you're gonna do that, why you didn't age her up.
Yeah, I think she's a college student when she's introduced.
Yes.
Yeah.
And literally the first thing he says to her in that show is, "Barbara, my, have you grown?"
Yeah.
Like, oh no, Tim.
It's Padme.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I would have just, if you're gonna do that, and keep in mind, it's not my idea to take, but with what's there, I would have just made them the same age, and that's their first
Stuck
meeting.
with each other, huh?
We started this together.
I just wouldn't have done it.
Decontamination process
I don't know.
completed.
But
Yeah, I like
No,
her more
Robert,
with
we
Dick.
can't rewrite the show to that degree. If it's there, then it happens.
I'm not saying it didn't. What Noah and I were trying to explain earlier is both Superman and Batman are just structurally, like, they are episodic shows. They're not going for something as serialized as, like, My Adventures in. Like, they're doing different things. Not to say
Admittedly,
they
it's
are.
been a minute to watch Superman, but that felt more serialized, but it's been a minute.
There are elements that come back.
There's an
and-
attempt.
Yes, but not to the
They
degree
can't
that,
pick
like,
a
the
lane.
Well, and it's not to the degree that the Justice League shows do. Or particularly Unlimited.
I think
where
Justice
that's-
League. Yeah, Unlimited strikes the best balance of episodic and serialized, I'd say, in like that whole universe.
Let me check something
And-
real quick.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
And with, like, Batman the Animated Series, you know, if you're just gonna whittle that down to, like, plot or story-heavy episodes that, you know, feed into the larger narrative of the DC animated universe or whatever, then you're whittling it down to, like, 15 or 20 episodes. That's just not what most of that show is.
Yeah, you get rid of Almost Got 'Em and The Laughing Fish and other great
Which are great.
episodes.
Yeah. Yeah, like, Batman the Animated Series starts as a more episodic series and then kind of works in more of that. It can't, like, for example, like when you start like Robin just shows up, he's just around, but then
He does.
we do the origin episode like way later. But
I
then
do
Barbara,
like that Robin. It's funny that you get a long stretch of like just solo Batman, and then Robin is just there.
yes, it's weird. But then with Barbara, you get a more traditional escalation where she's introduced in a couple episodes, we establish who she is, then we do the two-parter where she becomes Batgirl, and then we do one or two Batgirl episodes after. You know, like there's a natural serialized progression with her episodes.
Yeah, and then like I said, I think they try to balance it in Superman, and I just don't think it works for the most part. I do like that show quite a bit, and it's probably my favorite animated Superman show, but I do have a lot of issues with like it, like structurally in that way. I'm also more nostalgic for Batman the Animated Series, so I forgive a lot of those issues. Also, historical perspective, they were made in different eras of like television.
Yeah. Well, and Batman, that first season is funny too, and just it's kind of arbitrary in like what villains just show up and are around, and what villains we actually start with an origin and an introduction.
Yeah,
it's really weird.
Yeah, like we get an origin for Clayface, but not Penguin
or the Joker. Joker just shows up.
Yeah, I hesitated because I was about to say Two-Face, and I was like,
wait,
we get a Two-Face episode. What am I talking about?
Yeah, and Two-Face. Yeah, and Two-Face was one where they actually set up as Harvey Dent.
They set up Harvey, yeah,
before doing the Two-Face two-parter, which was neat.
It's weird that we get an origin for Mad Hatter as well in that show. That kind of feels like one that should just be there.
Yeah. It really feels like, well, Joker and Penguin were the villains of the movies, so just have them around. Even though they're very different characters, but that's just kind of the studio, I think, mentality of the time. What's weird is that they do a Catwoman introduction episode.
Right.
Even though it's hijacked by a...
Not really her origin.
Yeah. But it is the first time
oh my God.
in that continuity.
I love Red Claw. She's so dumb.
Why haven't we brought her back? Tom Keen, where's Red Claw?
Yeah, get Kate Mulgrew back.
Where's the Red Claw animated spinoff?
Do it, James Gunn. Make the Red Claw movie. I joke around though, but like, I was watching through the animated series with my friend and my sister last year, or like fairly recently, like a while ago. We have to get back to it. It's been a while, but she really loved Red Claw for some reason. She was like, "Oh, Red Claw's great." I think it was half ironic, but it's just funny. Like, I've never seen anyone show this much love to Red Claw. It's funny.
Did you show them the one other episode Red Claw appears in?
Yeah, and I was like, yeah, I didn't want to spoil it. I was like, yeah, she never shows up again.
And then she does, and oh my God,
you remember Red Claw? He's Alfred's greatest nemesis now.
Oh God, why wasn't she in the Pennyworth show? Missed opportunities.
Oh, well, she would have been if they made another season after London exploded.
After V for Vendetta?
Yeah, after V did that.
Well, she would have been working with V, I guess. I really hope one day we'll do a special like series of videos for our Batman channel, like revive it for a bit, and it'll just be Pennyworth overviews, and
Oh
then we'll
no!
put that channel to rest.
I do like that idea. Yeah, John, are you alright?
He said he had to go check something, but
Okay. I'm not like pushing it, but we should probably wrap this up soon.
that's true. I just noticed the time.
Yeah, I'm back, sorry. I was trying to see how close we are to the end. I don't want to start next week and we're like 2 hours away. But I cannot find a walkthrough for this game.
Oh.
So I'm gonna rush to the ship, see if we can do that fast, and if that's the end. Robert, can you find a walkthrough? You're better at that than I am.
Power must have been
Let's
cut
see.
to this wing of the facility.
More sabotage?
Unknown. But proceed with extreme caution.
Sabotage.
Because I feel like the return to our ship sounds like the end, but you know me, I've been wrong before.
Turns out this game is like 12 hours long.
Oh no, it's Alien Isolation all over again.
Not be able to leave medical unless we
Oh
replace
my
this
god.
airlock's
Yeah, well,
decontamination.
according to Google AI, it takes about 8 hours to finish, and I don't think we've quite hit that yet.
So you say that, but I'm looking at a bunch of walkthroughs that are like 4 hours.
Hmm.
Well, I guess I shouldn't say you say that.
Most
Google
troll.
says that.
Yeah.
Google AI.
Robert's
Which,
always
when have
relying
we
on
ever known
Google
that to be
AI, and we keep
trustworthy?
telling him, don't do that.
I don't
Don't
rely
do
on
that.
it. I check my sources. Like, when I see that, according to Google AI, that Near Dark is on Netflix, I don't just take their word for it. I check Netflix myself. And sure enough, it's not on there.
Oh,
Don't say that. Why say that?
that's a very specific example.
Because it happened very recently.
He's very mad that I found Near Dark faster than he did.
Well, the first one you found was horrible quality, but then you found another one that was better.
But then he found a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Redeemed
Why bring
himself.
up the bad one? Why are you always trying to discredit him, bro?
I'm just giving people the full context.
No.
If I'm able to watch Near Dark this month, that would be fun. Because that movie sounds cool.
We'll make time for it.
Oh, yeah. Oh, no, I didn't realize you haven't actually seen it before.
Yeah, no, when John and I did Shutter Shuffle, we landed on it one day, and then it was taken off from like every streaming service, and I always thought it sounded really cool. So, but I've never had the chance to watch it.
Noah
I
secretly
love it.
hates movies.
Yep. You are correct.
As always. Oh, what the fuck?
What's that? And, yeah, John, the walkthroughs I'm finding don't have like any timestamps or anything, so
Yeah.
that's good.
Am I crazy, or did that look like a queen?
Oh, hold on.
Like a slay queen?
Like the
Or
alien
like a-
queen?
like a-
Ah,
Yeah.
come on, come
Well,
on,
the
come
alien
on!
queen is Slay.
Let me penetrate the thing.
Don't flip that.
Jesus.
Oh. Ow! Don't do. Ow! What a
He had
dick.
bad track record with
That's
those.
such bullshit.
That was not a queen.
No,
Thank
that
you
was just a guy.
for that insightful commentary. Where am I?
I mean, the xenomorphs are all queens that slay.
More sabotage?
This makes me really want to watch Alien Romulus again. So I've only seen
Yeah. Same.
You gotta finish Earth.
You're right.
That's true.
Noah's dying to talk about that.
I liked it.
What?
I said I liked it.
Oh, so it's bad.
I mean, a lot of people think it's bad. I think those people are wrong. I think it's
Yeah.
flawed, but pretty good.
I'm curious how season 2 is gonna go.
What?
Eh.
Can't get weight down. Already have too much.
So how, on a scale of 1 to 10, how spooky has your October's been?
Ooh,
Somewhere between 1 and entirely.
No, John, I said 1 to 10.
Oh.
You can't do that. Can't cop out like that.
Can't do that. I mean, I feel like I've had a pretty good October. I have already went overboard, but you know, who needs self-control?
Can't fit it.
Yeah, that's for the weak.
Oh, Robert, I asked Noah this earlier. I think I forgot to ask you. What have you watched? Or did you watch anything else?
I did. I watched the 1940s Phantom of the Opera
How
remake
was it?
with Claude Rains. It was pretty good.
It's big.
It starts really strong, and Claude Rains is great in it, but there's some slows down a bit in the middle.
Yeah, I've heard that's the lesser one, but still interesting to check out.
Yeah, the silent film has really remained the classic.
I gotta watch it.
Yeah, with Phantom of the Opera, it's the only color one we did. It's a very lavish production. This is an early 40s movie, by the way, and it's
Tricks to this
really
one.
good looking. Technically,
We have a bad track record with those things.
but that both makes it interesting and is to its detriment, just because it just doesn't have the same feel as the other Universal Monster pictures, so it just feels weird to include it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, like a color one will probably stick out like a sore thumb in that catalog.
It's in the box set, yeah. And what's
Oh
interesting
yeah.
is Son of Frankenstein, which is the third Frankenstein movie. That was originally going to be in color. They had an experimental process. Yeah, it just, I don't know if it was, it might have been budget, but I think there were also just technical issues with it. And they're like, fuck it, just keep it in black and white. But there are like production stills and stuff that exist of it in color.
Oh boy.
Which is neat.
Oh, that's not good.
No.
Okay, that's not good.
But I don't know. I'm curious how much that would have radically changed the aesthetics. Ew. Wait, don't you still have a chest burster in you? Wouldn't
Yeah.
you not be face hugged? I don't think that makes sense. Ding.
Can you be double face hugged?
Probably.
Don't clip that out
Don't
of
clip
context.
This is the annoying part of the Alien game. Everyone has to have one.
Yay. But, Noah, do you see what I'm saying, though? Like, if Son of Frankenstein was in color... Like
Are you fucking kidding me?
Oh, shit.
Alright, it's 11:30. I'm not going to keep you guys any longer. We're going to call it there, because if I do that again, I might throw something. We will be back. I might try to wrangle Hayden into doing something this week. If not, we will be back Thursday.
Hell yeah.
We appreciate you guys hanging out, and we will see you guys on the next one.